What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to the den. Hey, Jack. We're gonna try this shit again, man. Welcome to the den, man. I appreciate you guys allowing me to be your host for the evening. If you don't know, I am Ed Honcho. And again, like I said, I appreciate the privilege each and every evening for you guys allowing me to be your host. I was live and on time today, but the YouTube decided for me not to be. Like I said, I've been trying to work on being more time efficient because it doesn't make sense for me to have you guys waiting so long. You know, it's just get everything right, get the party started. Make sure you're following the Den on all the proper social medias. Facebook.com/Den Show Live, Twitter and Instagram at the same name, at Den Show Live. Make sure you show some love on that so you can always stay up to date with the topic for the evening. And I try to, let you know in advance if anything's going wrong. If you want to contact the Den, you call 833-284-3336, even when we're not live. Again, that number is 833, the number 2, The Den is the easiest way to remember that. So that way, hey, if you want to leave a voicemail, suggest a topic, just kind of leave your input on something, hey man, opinions are more than welcome. You can do the same thing on email at denshowlive@gmail.com. If you want to tell a friend about the Den, tell them to go to thedenshow.com. And if you want to tell them to get here live, like right now, like we here, like right now at this very moment, thedenshow.com/live. Hey, we're all friends in the Den, so just tell them, get the fuck up on in this joint, man. Shout out to everybody who's been showing love to the Den, man. I appreciate each and every one of you who has been supporting. Oh damn, I ain't want to do all that shit. God damn it, what the hell? Fuck, I'm gonna pushing the wrong buttons and shit. Like players fuck up. It happens. Let me see where we at right here. Okay. For everybody who's been supporting the Den, man, you can go to streamlabs.com/the Den Show. We have the super chats cut off for now as we are in pursuit of the goal. You know what I'm saying? Because we are trying to get to where we're trying to get to, So appreciate everybody who's been supporting us and route to that. If you want to support via Patreon, you go to patreon.com/Den Show. Many tiers there that you can support. If you want to be an accredited supporter, monthly making a pledge, you can do that and get your name in some of the videos and things, some of the shorter videos like Miss Tina Story-Eyed. Shout out to her and I appreciate her support. Now, doing that for the second time tonight, let's get that shit out the way. We're going to talk about one night stands. Now, I'm going to do something tonight that I have not done in a while. Y'all going to be like, Honcho, no, don't do it, Honcho, but I'm going to do it and I'm going to tell you why. All right, and I'm going to tell you why I'm doing it because not necessarily because of the holiday, It's not that. Partly because of that, even though I'm not partaking and it's not quite 420 yet. But a little culprit named the Lady Honcho has been inside the Honcho Studios, making it smell a particular kind of way. We just don't call it that. And so that smell has permeated the studios, and so I have to overcome that smell. And since I'm not partaking, I'm gonna have to go and, act up in my old bad deeds. So probably just for today and tomorrow, I'll probably be on some of my old shenanigans again. But with that being said, we're going to talk about one night stands, man. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. The good being, well, hey, you get a one night stand. There's a purpose that you're having a one night stand. And, if you get it the way you want to get it, then it's good. The bad is, there's a litany of bad things that can happen if you, a lot of things could go wrong with a one night stand. And then the ugly, hey, when you cut the lights on, especially you got a one night stand coming from the club you thought it was, but it ain't what you thought it was. Well, Jack, hey, that just kind of happens, man. It is what the fuck it is. So, make sure I got all that on. Okay, got a bunch of shit off. Like I said, anyway, I was on time. I'm mad because I was really on time, like ready to go. Waited a little 1 minute, got everything activated and started. It was just nobody. I'm talking and doing all kind of shit, and like why is nobody responding? Y'all I'm feeling ignored. I'm feeling what's neglected and shit. And then it turns out the fucking shit ain't even sending no information to the goddamn chat and shit like that. Because by that time y'all have been and cracked a couple of jokes and all that other shit. So, all right, let's talk about it, man. One night stands. Now I believe that I could be wrong. I won't say that everybody has had one, but I want to believe that the majority. When I say the majority, I'm not saying like 70-80% of people. I want to say. I'd say maybe 50 to 55% of people, 50 to 55% of people have had a one night stand. I've had a couple myself, and I'm gonna be honest, and this is what I'm saying, like I couldn't remember what the chick looked like for shit. you know. But there's a good side and there's a bad side. So like I said, you know, we're gonna talk about it. But before we get into that, man, we got to talk about which friends in the den are joining us this evening. And so let's see what we got. I see 335, Cartier White, Culture the Noobs, Just Sarah, Rashida Reed, Edwin Baptiste, Coach. Oh, goddamn, Coach, I did the same thing the first time. Shout out to you twice. We're gonna get one shout out. Beyond the Funny Nigga, Jason S. Let me see, Jack Triple, the motherfucking pimp, man. What's the motherfucking deal? Sheila, what's the motherfucking deal? Maria, Professor Trio, what's the motherfucking deal? DeMarcus Johnson, Miss Thang, what's the motherfucking deal? Let's see. Make sure. Broderick Brooks, what's the motherfucking deal? Kahau MC, what's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. Melanie Monroe, always good to see you. I hope everything went well. What's the motherfucking deal? You know, 2 nightstands. Well, you're gonna have to get rid of one of them if you want to get in this conversation, McVice. Let me see. Let's see where we at. Sweetberry, what's the motherfucking deal? Brother Shaolin, what's the motherfucking deal? And I think AB, what's the motherfucking deal? All right, cool. I think we got everybody. If I missed you, I ain't dish you. Let's just get into this conversation, man. Because like I'm saying, we hitting the restart button. But yeah, everybody asking what I'm doing. I am about to go moderate old den style and fiber black and mild because it smells like ganja in the den. And it's not that I mind. I enjoy the smell, but I just don't want that shit permeating all weekend. And because like I said, Miss Honcho has been in here up to shenanigans and tomfoolery, you know. But I prefer to do it here, you know, because she's celebrating the weekend, celebrated a little bit early. But I prefer that, you know, so that way, you know, it ain't the, catching the little one, catching no whiff. She's going to be out here tripping. And you know, what is that? I feel so lightheaded. So, you know, let's talk about it. Man, you know, you got to go to, what's that other one? 5 miles? That's where you got to go. So let's talk about it, man. One night stands. I've had a couple, okay? I've had a few. In high school, had a couple. In college, I've had some, you know, here and there. You know, and there were no lasting repercussions for the most part. And I think that's cool, you know. But is it technically a one night stand? If you have a one night stand with, or you only have sex one time unexpectedly with someone you already know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I said. You're the 45%. Really, Professor, that's interesting. You know, there have been some club nights. There's been some, oh shit, I didn't even want to think about that. Well, that happened. There's just been some interesting occasions that have been peculiar. Man, Jay Dizzle, I just realized something, man. I have a similar situation, god damn it, to a confession that you told a while back. I have a similar story. I forgot all about that. Now I said one night stand, like I forgot all about the shit, and now, tough, man. So say when you think of one night stand, you're thinking of somebody that's a stranger, like you've only known them 1 or 2 days or something. Okay, I've had some one night stands like that. I've had some one night stands with motherfuckers that I never intended to fuck with, but you know, things happen somehow. Somebody, like, I don't even fucking know how this shit happened. Like, I have no idea how this shit happened. I'm just like, now that I'm thinking about it, tough situation. So, no, nobody in the den. But yeah, I've had a one night stand, online situation, and I'm kind of upset because that might have been. And I don't even know if it was necessarily a one night stand. It was like a 15-minute stand, you know. And the funny thing about that, I'll tell that story one day. That'll go in a confession day. I'm glad y'all reminded me of some of this shit. So I have some good confessions. Terrible, terrible. Anyway, let me write that down before I forget. So, yeah, but there was no. I'll tell that story. One confession day. We're just gonna leave that 15 minutes. That's all I'm gonna call it. But the thing about it is, are one night stands healthy? Can they be dangerous? As for a man, could you have a random little one out there? Excuse me. You have a one night stand and motherfucker pops up 3 or 4 years later saying, "Hey, don't this little motherfucker look like you?" A lady, if you go out and have a one night stand, what are the chances of, something having a mishap and you're having a child with a motherfucker you have no idea who they are, right? What happens if you catch something? You let this passionate moment overwhelm you, and then you stuck with something. Like, let's talk about it if it's somebody you don't know, right? And it's just, like I said, it could be an after the club situation, just a random occurrence. Things have happened. I've been at parties, I've been at venues, and I've been at house parties, kickbacks and shit, and the motherfucker I ain't never met come from out of town and shit, end up busting it down. It happens, you know what I mean? Hey, shit, even if you strap it up, don't stop everything, But the thing about it is, shit can happen. And there are the consequences greater than the rewards? Or is there just a pleasure? I know as a man, I think it's a different thing. Because if you're a woman and you just kind of have a one night stand, you ever sitting there like, who is that guy? Or you forget about these guys. But a man, we try to bag them and tag them. And I mean, it's just male nature. So I don't think we take it as seriously, maybe. Like, I'm honest, I'm sitting there thinking about it as we're talking about it. I'm like, oh, damn, that did happen. Oh, that happened. Oh, and it's just like, might have had a couple more than I imagined, I remember. But, it is what it is. And I mean, I haven't thought about it in years ever. But as a woman, do you feel the same way? Does it matter if it was good or not? You know what I'm saying? Like, what factors play into the importance of a one night stand? If you were just trying to get off that evening, or ladies sometimes what they'll do is it'll be that one dude that's been trying to get at them forever, and they just going through a spell, or they just having shit not going their way, and they'll get that dude a shot. They'll get that one dude a shot that they ain't never really want to fuck with. And they give him a chance, and the next thing you know, you got a motherfucking stalker. This motherfucker been after you for years, and you like, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. And there it is, you know what I'm saying? So, say if the dick's good, it can be very dangerous. Terrible. Dangerous, yes. Healthy, yes. Okay. When you drink the Warrior jersey, I'm sure you got one in the closet. So my thing is this, Yolanda, what's the motherfucking name? Yolanda that dipped in with the face palm. But all I'm saying is this. See, I took an English class, and this old black man was taking class. He told a story. He said he was in a bar, and this lady was sitting on the side. The more he drank, yes, alcohol glasses can be a significant factor. But, I mean, there's been times that, I'm telling you, after same night situations, like, man, you meet a chick that night, you mac on her a little bit, and, next thing you know, you go back to the 2 for $20, or you got a spot that you have access to that you may not necessarily want to take it to the crib or whatever the fuck it may be, and you get it in, and that's that. It's been chicks that I have engaged with and forgot. I wouldn't say forgot about, but then it wasn't never nothing that serious. Don't ever call back. You weren't intending to do anything like that. I mean, shit, you was getting your rocks off. She enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And then you see him in passing. You just act like you don't even know the motherfucker, right? Like, like what is that shit? You know what I'm saying? I mean, these are things that happen. And it's happened on multiple occasions. There's been times that it's been a one night stand and then you see a motherfucker, oh, well, why ain't you ever? Oh, man, you see what had happened was, and you just avoid it. Now, I wonder how that makes a person feel, being on the other end of the spectrum of not being, so ask me, what do you want? Oh, man, let me tell you something, fellas. Let me tell you something. Guys, let me tell you something. If you score a layup Don't stay and lay up. Okay? Can I get a Happy Meal first? Happy Meal? Happy Meal? You fancy. What you talking about? You fancy. These rules and requests. Oh, man. Oh, I bet that head was great. No teeth? Oh, that had to be amazing. That's disgusting. But the thing is, so what I want to talk about tonight, like I said, I'm just talking my little shit, talking my little spiel, and we'll keep the conversation going. I want to know, get the phlegm out of my throat. I want to know, have you ever had a one-night stand? Would you ever entertain a one-night stand? If so, what would the circumstances be? More so for the ladies, niggas, I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. But fellas, if you've ever had a one-night stand, did it go well? Did it go wrong? Ladies, same for you. And I'm deciding, are we going to survey tonight, or should we do the should we come up with a survey tomorrow? Yeah, we've been super churchy the last few days, and I had another topic I know we kind of briefly mentioned last night, but I'm gonna save it for next week because I think we need to kind of throw a little religious element in it from time to time, because I thought that brought out some very good conversation. So, I don't want to use it all up in one week, even though it is Good Friday and all that other stuff going on. It might have been ideal, but we got to get a little ratchet for the rabbits. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? But here's the deal, right? But see, I can't do the survey on Sundays because they don't show up on Sundays. You know how they be acting. They be acting like, look, oh, I was in church today. I can't go in that den. They don't be acting right. And I didn't sprinkle my holy water and caught the Holy Ghost today. I can't go in that den. They gonna have me sinning and doing everything wrong that I said I wasn't gonna do no more. I at least gotta give it 24 hours, We talking shit, man. But here's the deal, right? Here's the deal, okay? So I want to know how y'all feel about one-night stands. Do you look at them in a negative light? Do you think it's just something that people do? Do you have a problem with them? And so, you follow all the rituals, man. You go like, hey, man, look, it happens. Sometimes one-night stands are unexpected. Like, I had a situation one time I was younger, and it was a particular chick, mutual family friend, had a niece or something like that come in from out of town. And I was hanging with my niggas, and we were being foolish like young niggas do. And so everybody was kind of shooting at her. She was rejecting motherfucker. She wasn't really trying to hear none of that shit, blase, blase, blase. She was down from New York or some shit, right? So I forgot what happened. How so? We went out, we smoked, and then I had a little bit of something. I ain't gonna lie, I pulled kind of I wouldn't say a shady move, because I smoked with my niggas and everything, but they was kind of moving around, so I wasn't finna smoke all of it, but I saved a little bit, for the broad, sometimes, hey, look, I'll accommodate you long as you fucking. What you do, you drink, smoke, shoot up, whatever. Who knows where that's from? Whoever knows where that's from, I'll shoot you 1,000 pistachios. Whoever says that first, get 1,000 pistachios who know where that's from. But, so my thing though is, so I chopped it up, I ended up, rolling up, we sit there, smoke a little bit, chop shit up, get her cool and comfortable. I ain't gonna lie, I ended up busting this chick up on my friend's aunt's couch, right? Like, nobody was there. I think everybody caught out. My partner, I think he went to go focus some chick around the way at the house. My friends, that was like mine. Their family was like family. And so, wasn't nobody around. I ended up busting this bitch up on the couch, nigga. And, caught out after that. It was what it was. I don't even think I told anybody about this, honestly. Like, because all the niggas was shooting that, I ain't even make no big deal about it. And I busting that chick up, and then, I don't think any of the niggas do about it, but like the next day or the day after that, his aunt ended up seeing me. Yeah, what happened? No, girl was asking about you, asking how to get in touch with you, and this, and this. I was like, nah, I'm cool on that. But it happens, you know what I'm saying? So don't nobody know where that's from? Wow. I'm especially surprised by you Houston area folks who don't know that. I'll accommodate you long as you fucking. Oh man, I'm concerned, Dan. I'm very concerned. Wow. And some let me throw this out here. Thank you. Thank you. I was about to say, I know some of y'all watch this man YouTube channel. Thank you, brother. Let me shoot Broderick 1,000. I'm about to say, man, y'all, I'm appalled. I guess that's some old school shit. Y'all don't know nothing about that right there. You know what I'm saying? There we go. There you go back. There's a rack. You know, don't spend them all in one place. But let's open up the line, man. I want to know how y'all feel. I want to know what y'all think about one night stands, situations involving one night stands. Can a one night stand develop into something more? You know, if you didn't initially had intentions of doing one thing, can a one night stand turn into something more? And if it does turn into something more, is it still a one night stand? That's what I would like to know. I would like to know how y'all feel. And I am going to bring it back. You said no hair on her head. No, I wouldn't. When you said that, I was thinking of somebody, grandma, most likely. You know what I'm talking about? So it's not a one night stand if you fuck again. So if you, hold on. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Man, it's your boy Roman.
Roman, you don't know nothing about no one night stands, boy. What you talking about? What's the motherfucking deal, Roman? What you want to call into the den and drop on the people tonight, man?
Man, I did that on purpose. I said, man, I know this nigga gonna take this shit. Well, alright. Well, you know, I already know I'm gonna get some flack for this, but I'm gonna keep it what I know. And Honcho, if I say anything wrong, I want you to correct me. Alright?
Okay.
Alright. So, that's what I think, man. If somebody's trying to do one night stand like that, okay, I feel like it matters on the situation. It matters on what is going down in the situation. If some drugs have been taken, if some alcohol has been drunk, let me tell you something, that one night stand probably ain't going nowhere by the morning. You know, because by that time, it matters how much you taking. You taking so much, bro. You out of there. Let's be honest here. You not in your right state of mind. You don't know where you going. You don't know where you flipping. You don't know where you sleeping. You'll wake up. You'll be in Houston and your ass wake up in goddamn Australia the next goddamn morning. I mean, that's how fucked up you'll be. You don't know. That's number one, the situation.
Okay.
But I feel like if it's like this, I feel like if you sober, if you drunk a couple drinks, but you still can, you know, cooperate. You know, you still can talk and all that. And I feel like you have one night stand. I feel like it can go somewhere. I think it can turn into a situation if the two people really start like talking to each other, either before or really after. You know, if before they even, you know, had sex and they really just start talking, I felt like the thing is it could grow into something. You know, and even after y'all really start to really like each other, you never know. And if y'all are just constantly having sex like that, it's starting to turn. This thing is probably starting to turn into a relationship when y'all starting to really do it multiple times. No, now you could be a fuckboy, and if that's all you want, you know, and same for the girl, but it's different like that. If you constantly having that, that means y'all growing something. This ain't just a one night, oh, give him a quick nut, I'm leaving. No, I think it's really starting to grow something, you know. So, that's how I feel now. I could be wrong, you know. I'm a little naive on this situation, but that's all I gotta drop, man.
All right, stay naive, man. It's the best way to be. I'm telling you. Look. Once you get caught up in the shenanigans, man, it's tough to get up out of it. So just stay naive. And King Folk, I ain't seen that name in a long time. But yeah, just stay naive, man, and just look. That's the best way to be, Jack.
All right. Okay.
All right. Appreciate the call, there, Ro.
Anytime.
All right. Now, what Ron was talking about, I think that turns from a one night stand to some friends with benefits, or a fuck buddy relationship type situation. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I say, it could be something. It could be something different. And let's see. Like, do we have to? I don't know. Because the reason why I'm saying one night stands, and I think there's different layers to it, right? And what I mean by layers to it is because there's a situation where I ain't gonna put too much out there, right? I'm just gonna say this. There's a particular chick that I fucked with a couple of times. We kind of kicked it. We was more cool than really. We fucked around a couple of times. Well, we used to hang out. We'd be cool. Now her sister started kind of, I don't know how she got my number. I don't know how the conversation even got started. I don't even know how any of it happened. And somehow, some way, we ended up hanging out somewhere in the city. I forgot where we was at. We was by my partner's house. And my apartment was not necessarily that far from it. So I was like, yeah, I'm finna go run to the store to go. I don't know if I said I was going to get some more alcohol or I forgot what the fuck I said I was going to do. And she ended up like, yeah, let me go with you. I'm going to go with you. Blase, blase, blah. Right? And now, keep in mind, I just smashed her sister. And she the one tagged along. Now, it's like her older sister. And I ended up dipping back by the cut because he was like, what's up? And that's the thing. It's funny, like, that you can say what's up and it can mean so many things. What's up can mean so many motherfucking things. And I'm shit, what's up? And so instead of going taking a right, bust a lickety left, we went by the spot, and the busted up motherfuckers calling, where y'all at? Whoop whoop whoop, and it turned into something else. But that was like the only time I fucked with it. I'm gonna be honest, because it wasn't all that. It was definitely a regrettable decision. You know what I'm saying? She would hit a nigga up from time to time, and I was just always busy because she would always try to come up just like, nah, And so does that technically count as a one night stand? I mean, even though you know the person and you kind of fuck with them, but you end up the one time you end up smashing and you're like, nah, I don't want to do it. Does that count, or would you count that as, is that considered something different? How does that work? Now we're gonna save the heaven and hell conversation for next week. Cause like I said, I want to start maybe because like I said, this week the religious conversations were very good, and so I kind of want to start maybe Theologian Thursdays. We might just start doing something different, like maybe like Thursdays having more religious talk or beliefs and things like that. I got something for tomorrow, and I'm gonna see how it goes. But I got a couple of good conversations. We're gonna have some real good conversations coming up the next few days. So make sure that y'all definitely. I didn't know each other before y'all captured that one night stand was a one night stand. It might turn into a relationship, but that's still a one night stand. Okay, yeah, because it was the only time. It ain't never happened nothing after that, and any kind of casual relationship ain't happened after that. You know what I'm saying? You missed it, shit. Yesterday we had all the talk yesterday, Folker, man. You missed a real good one yesterday. We were talking about the church and and all that goes with it. And I think we had a great conversation. Also tonight, you know what I think I'm gonna do? It cut out on me last night. We were having a good conversation, but I think I'll probably have a little mixer action tonight. I ain't been getting in the mixer crew for a while. Show y'all a little love, at least for a couple of days. I'm gonna be honest. I have not been on the Twitters. I ain't been on like but this is Black and Mild. This ain't no weed. I'm on a hiatus from weed. I've been out of there like, what is this, April? Maybe like 10 months. So, like I said, because the old lady been in here, she got it smelling like a motherfucking me. A fucking teenage room in the hood. Who been smoking in my house? So I'm just doing this to alleviate one smoke scent with the other. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, if you going through some stressful stuff, you just need to get one off. You know, you ain't trying to do no handiwork. Or a one night stand could work. Kenneth, I ain't finna get on no fucking Twitter. I ain't got no goddamn. So I took all the social media off my phone, nigga. Like, I ain't finna do all this extra shit to see your shenanigans. And I can't lie, you know, like taking the socials off my phone. I've been less active on certain shit, but it's definitely less. It's not even that it's frustrating. It's less distracting. You know what I'm saying? The impact of a one night stand. Can it be good? Can it be bad? Have you had a one night stand? Look, Roman, the only person that called. Roman ain't had no damn one night stand. He's the only one that called. Y'all like y'all scared to talk about the outcomes of one night stands. Again, like I say, you know, there have been instances, like I say, after parties. Like I ain't telling all my goddamn stories, but after clubs, sometimes, you know, shit, you meet a motherfucker in a club. You know, yeah, it absolutely is. I guess I gotta do that, but right now I ain't even fucking with that shit. But again, there was a WWE PV called One Night Stand. Did they have divas in it? But like I say, you know, the thing about it is, can two people truly have a one night stand and not want to do it again? Like, if you can honestly say both parties enjoyed it, but never do it again, outside of being strangers. Now, let's see who's gonna keep it all the way real. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's Nelly Bell. I'm in the building. What's happening?
What's the motherfucking deal? Melanin, Miss Melanin, I hope you're doing well. What would you like to share with the friends in the den this evening?
Oh man, shit. So, um, my confession or whatever, with I was dealing with the asthmatic, with the one night stand, and so that totally went left.
No.
But as far as like for me personally, I'm a relationship kind of girl. So one night stands really wouldn't work for me. Um I I tend to get like really attached to people. Um so you know what I mean? Like I couldn't really like do the whole like one night. And also too, like I think that, when you're out and, you're drinking, you're under the influence of, alcohol and drugs and things like that, it causes, you know what I'm saying, like you're not in like the right state of mind, so you behave differently than you would when you're sober. And because like I'm not a drinker, every now and again, but I'm not like a heavy drinker and stuff like that. So my decisions are always usually you know what I'm saying, under sober circumstances. So you know what I mean, like I've never really been in situations that would lead me to have like a one night stand. Plus two, I I don't really see people like, in a physical sense, like, and I'm just like, oh, he's so fine, I want to, fuck him. Like you really got to get in my head, you know what I'm saying, like to stimulate me. We have to have, you know what I'm saying, like we got to talk, we got to have conversations. You got to do it for me up here first. um but I can't just be seeing somebody and being like, "Oh, you look good," and let's go home and fuck. No, thank you. And like I was saying too, again, it just goes back to all, you know what I'm saying, like these STDs, and you know what I'm saying, like sex is fucking dangerous. Like that shit is not a hobby. You can't just be taking motherfuckers home and fucking and sucking on people. Because folks be having, you know what I'm saying, they be burning down there and itching and stinking, and it's too many things. It's too much. So you have to be careful. And yeah, like I said, I don't know. The one night stand, ain't for me.
Okay, so they say alcohol it lowers your inhibitions and it reveals the true you. So do you think that people who do go out and they get a little fucked up and they do engage in a one night stand or two or I've heard some other crazy stories, but do you think that's something it's really in them, but they just really wouldn't normally do it because of the way society judges people or the thoughts they have about it? Do you think more people would be up? Say let's again, if you really can't. Let's say you take the risk out of it and say there was no concern for STDs and pregnancy and things like that. Do you think more people would do it?
Um, Probably. But but I don't think that people really think about STDs and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, according to statistics, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like we got a ton of, new HIV cases. And, so I don't really think that, I don't really think that it matters because people seem to not be taking it very seriously, now. I don't think that people really, care about it. I worked at a clinic and I would have, people come in there and I would have to give them, their paperwork and stuff. And they would be like, all right, so, I just got to go get a shot or what? And then I'm good. And I'm like, my nigga, like, I mean, of course I don't say that to them. I'm thinking in my head, like, yo, like you dead ass, like you really just don't care that you just got diagnosed with, you know what I'm saying, like herpes or genital warts and you know what I'm saying, or chlamydia, and you in here just all willy nilly about it, like, all right, like where I gotta go to go get my shot, like, come on, fam, like, yeah, I mean, if somebody told me like I had something, I would freak the fuck out. Like, and I would be ready to kill a motherfucker. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess maybe with all, my medical stuff, with my sickle cell, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get a goddamn UTI, and I'm in the fucking emergency room, like, check me out, guys, and this is with men, they seem to, they have a thing about not wanting to go to the doctor. Um, and they get real like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I'm just scared that they might tell me I have something. So you would sit up here and be burning. You know what I'm saying? You go to take your morning piss and your dick finna fall off in the toilet. And you up here talking about some goddamn, you scared to go to the doctor because you think you might have, like, go and get checked out. Like, what is the problem? I don't know why men are like that. Why men are so, you know what I mean? Like they'll have symptoms and they don't want to go. They don't want to go get checked out.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Um. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like
So I got a question, Miss Monroe.
okay.
What's your favorite color pair of Tims?
Wait, say what now?
What's your favorite color pair of Tims? You got
Uh,
that New York stuff going on, son. Say word,
oh
son.
no, 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 I'm not from New York. I live here, but I'm not from New York.
Oh, you picking up some of the
Yeah.
vernacular. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm just picking up the vernacular, but nah.
Milling outside at the court,
But
crossing niggas over, and Tim say word, son. Lace up, son. Lace up, son.
yo, so the new thing is I don't know if it's new, but it's I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Oh man,
You're
oh man, man. Look, I don't know. Look, that New York is a whole different kind of
Yes,
thing.
they got a whole different vibe out here. But I live upstate. So it's a little bit different, than the city. And city people always tell me, and they be like, oh, you don't count. Like upstate don't count as New York. They be like, you might as well say you in PA or Connecticut or something because they don't really count upstate New York as, the city. And it's a lot different. Like I said, like upstate is very quiet, very calm. You got your, you know what I'm saying? But then you go to the city, everything is like boom, boom, bam, bam, super fast, everybody, got the city is like a city in itself. Like it's just, New York City is, yeah. But we're going totally off topic here. But yeah, like I said, as far as the the one night stand stuff goes, it's too dangerous. And like I said, I'm not into it. It's not, not my thing, but to each their own. Again, my motto is if you like it, I love it. Fortunately, I'm not in the dating pool anymore, so I don't. I'm not a real good person to be giving my opinion on this stuff. Plus, I'm high as a motherfucking kite. They got me on all these goddamn narcotics in here.
Mm.
Child, I'm just all, yeah, I'm all like discombobulated and things of that nature. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my motherfucking high ass off the line.
All right, well, Miss
Bring it
Melanie,
up.
and like I say, it's always good to hear from you. And I'm glad you chimed in on the subject, so I appreciate you calling in, though.
Likewise, you guys have a good night. I'll be in the chat.
Already, you too.
Okay.
Look, I need to start playing devil's advocate a little bit. Let me see, because I know we got some attached folks. I gotta look. I was looking at some old den topics. I'm gonna bring some shit, some old Kush den topics. I'm gonna bring some old Kush den shit back and start fucking people up. Some of these new folks gonna be like, "What the fuck did y'all used to talk about?" Um, Bell Southern style. Emotional hangovers are as real as they are from drinking. And yes, some women can and haven't hit it and quit it, did not catch feelings too. Well, welcome, Bell Southern style. Welcome to the den. That's a new name, and so I appreciate you joining us this evening. Cut that off. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's going on, Hitchy? This rabbit.
No goddamn rabbit. I know rabbits like to fuck, but you ain't had no one night stand either. Damn it. Yeah, young boy. But what would you like to drop on the topic this evening? Dr. Rabbit, Mr. Rabbit, whichever rabbit you are this evening.
Just rabbit, because, man, it's not good. Man, I always participate and talk about it. Fuck the rabbits, man. They did me dirty.
Okay, what happened with the rabbit, sir?
Man, they burned down my office and they took my PhD with it.
I think you got they took your credentials. You like that
Yeah,
little
man.
18-year-old dude that had his own doctor's office with the fake credentials and shit. But yeah, okay. So your fucking Friday is fuck the rabbits.
Yeah, man. And also, fuck GTA 5 mechanics, because this stuff's a little bit weird.
Okay. That's
But I do have
interesting.
some good news. I do have some good news out of it.
Okay, what you got?
I hit the 120 mark, Hunchy. I weigh 120 pounds now. It's a miracle.
Are we going up or are we going down?
It's going to go down. Like,
Okay.
just because I hit the 120 mark doesn't mean I'm going to go up. It's going to go down.
Okay, so you're losing weight.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And I'm also gaining weight. My metabolism is very high, so if I was ever to gain weight, it automatically go down in about 5 minutes.
Interesting. You're a very light young man.
Yeah, no shit.
That's probably
You
wouldn't.
think I want to be light?
I can't tell you. I was probably 120 at maybe 12. But like I said, I was never really super heavy. Because I ain't gonna lie, like I was like 185, 190 up until about 18 or so. Then after that, the game changed. Okay. Look, Sheila, you setting all these rules, Sheila, to the one night. That ain't even no one night stand. That's that's almost a
Yeah, man.
situationship. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man. And another thing, too.
Yes.
Fuck knives, man. Because I accidentally cut my pinky.
What the hell were you doing to accidentally cut your pinky?
I was cutting onions.
Okay.
My mom wanted to see how good I was.
How good you were with the knife.
Okay, that's a lie. That's actually a lie.
Huh.
What really happened was I was making I wasn't really making. I was heating up some spaghetti and meatballs, some Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs, and I cut myself trying to open the can.
What the fuck?
What do you not get?
You were using a knife to open the can?
What?
Were you using a knife to open the can?
Why would I use a knife to open the can?
Now I'm trying to figure out how you cut yourself.
No, I was trying to open it. It's one of those things where you like. It has one of those handles where you can actually open the can.
That's even worse.
Like you don't need to use it. You don't need to use a can opener.
So
like on a soda can. One of those things. Do you seriously not understand what I'm saying right now?
I understand what you're saying. I don't understand how you did that. Especially it's a pull tab. It's like the easiest one. It's like the least dangerous of all openable cans. How did you falter that?
Well, I cut the side of my pinky.
How? What were you doing with the can? Like it's you pull the fucking.
I was trying to open it.
Oh man, I'm worried. I'm very concerned.
You want to know the moral behind the story, Honcho?
I don't think there's a moral behind it, but I'll listen.
Oh no, there is a moral, and you want to know what it is?
What's that?
I'm dumb,
Oh,
and I have no problem admitting that I'm dumb.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You might not be the most coordinated gentleman. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're dumb. So there's
No, I'm pretty. Yeah, I'm pretty. I would say that. I would say that there are plenty. I would say that I have done plenty of things that would probably ruin my reputation, but that wouldn't mean I actually had a reputation.
I'm very concerned about you, Dr. Rabbit. I seriously am.
Well, you don't have to be.
I am. I don't have to be, but I am.
Okay. But anyways, that's all I got.
All right. Well, I appreciate your call, Dr. Rabbit. Don't be careful with the cans, man.
All right. And fuck the world.
Well, that's wow. That's pretty tough. That's not the way they look. That's a don't say that for fucking Friday. Say Dr. Rabbit sound like a Dave Black woman. Oh man. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hello, Honcho.
Hey, what's going on? So anyway, yeah, I think there can be a difference between hit it and quit it. Maybe I don't know. Hit it and quit it in one night stand. Is hit it and quit it maybe more so when you know them, and a one night stand more so when you just met the person and then fucking kind of fucked them the same night? Because one night stand, I guess, I mean, if you don't know them and you don't have that connection, then it's just a one night stand. But maybe if you know them and you finally get the opportunity to hit, then that's more like a hit it and quit it. So we're saying the hit it and quit it is an extension of the one night stand, right? Okay. Interesting. Yes. What you thought happened did happen. Don't question. don't even ask. Hello. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening? Hello. Yes, hello. I don't know, something. I think there's like a glitch or something in the den line. I don't know why it always does this. But as I was saying, I didn't even have the thing open. I ain't even unmuted. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the racial ancestry. You know what? I'm not gonna do an ancestry test because I don't want them having my information in that database. You realize what they're doing? They're collecting all this information, and what they do is when they take that DNA, they are getting, your basically your health. What do they call that? Not your background, but they get all that shit there, and then what they're starting to do is starting to promote it or sell it to certain companies, and so they can promote you certain shit. Because I thought about it, but I'm not going to engaging. I'll just do it out. What's the? Oh well, I tried to pick up the phone and it went out. I don't know. Oh man, I'm gonna go get Scotty the one done though. You know what I'm saying? Because I got the dog ones. You know, they got the ones with the dogs. Scotty's a mutt, and I need to know what he's made of. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
There's Tyron Matthew.
Word. Go call a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Anyway, so like I was saying, you know, I thought about getting one for Scotty to see what he is, what he really is. I know he has some. He's supposed to have some poodle and some schnauzer in him, so he's a snoodle. You know what I mean? No, I hung up. I've been hanging up. I probably hung up on him like 3 or 4 times now. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling into the deal this evening?
What's up, Honcho? The D-Love.
D-Love. What's the motherfucking deal, D-Love? What would you like to drop in the deal this evening?
No, that last call was funny. They just should have hung up on it. I'm Kansas City head. No.
That's Louis. He's a special friend in the den.
I know it was funny. Like, he just left us like Scoop Matthews. But about a one night stand. Just like what would you say would be like the benefits coming from a one night stand?
Well, let's see. If you are sexually active and you're not looking for anything serious, and you go out, and usually when you're under the influence of alcohol, you go out and you're trying to meet somebody. I think most people go to the club in search of some type of sexual gratification. You know, I think certain people go together to have a good time, but I think most men go out, they're trying to get some numbers, they're trying to find somebody new to hook up with. And so if you can achieve something like this in a short time frame, you know, if that's your mission, then I would say, you know, mission accomplished. But it just depends. Like I said, I mean, it depends on what your agenda is when it comes to a situation like that.
So are you one of those people?
I've had some. I don't necessarily go out hunting for one night stands, but in my past, I've had them. Huh?
I would tell Lady Honcho, you better stop
man,
that.
shit, she knows that shit. Look, I ain't got nothing to hide. I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another question. Okay, so if a female would also go out with that same agenda, would you look at her the same as you would look at a man with that same agenda? Like, what's your take on that?
No, I don't look at them any differently. I mean, human beings too, they have sexual needs. I think women are actually probably more sexually frustrated than men are. And so I don't see that's the thing. Like I don't judge. I know a lot of fellas like, oh, if she does that, she's a whore, and you know this and this. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that, but I think women also have to consider that they have special privileges. They have special, and what I mean by that is they have a gift. They have the gift of carrying life, and so you have to be careful who you just allow to get in that area, to have that opportunity. Even if it's not your intention, things can go wrong, things can happen. And so that's why I say women should be much more cautious than men should. Men, look, it's like, I had a good phrase for this, but I can't remember the analogy at the moment. But basically, women just have to be more cautious because they have greater responsibilities when it comes to life, or the way I look at it. Men, they just willy-nilly with the shit. So,
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, I think the same way because I don't judge either. Because they both like they're both genders. I call them both of us, whether you a man or female. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. I don't really judge. But as far as the one night stand, I was being serious when I said there was a WWE pay-per-view called One Night Stand. I mean, so when I heard of the modern day One Night Stand, I'm like, what the hell is that? So, I didn't really figure it out until I started watching Maury.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I'm not really, for the One Night Stand. I kind of I don't know. I see sex as more of a sacred thing between, a man and a woman. I think it's more to it than just pleasure, is what I'm trying to say. So I never really understood one night stands. Then especially considering the risk and the danger and kind of the lack of self-respect. So that was my take on it. That's why I was calling in. Let's see what you was about. But it's kind of rare. Like the most I never really met anyone that did it one night stand. I have a couple people that I have a couple male friends that did threesomes and stuff like that. But as far as a one night stand, I don't know. And the idea that you have to try to avoid that person and hope to not to see them again, like it would be awkward if you were to run into them again or started dating their family member. That'd be funny. But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about, Honcho.
That's the bed you love, man. Hey, shit happens, man. You gotta deal with it.
All right. I appreciate it, Honcho.
All right, appreciate the call, man. D-Love. Yeah, awkwardness is funny. Everything is funny, but we'll talk more. Sorry for your ears. I apologize for that. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
What's up, man? It's Ferocious.
Ferocious, what's the motherfucking deal, man? What you want to drop on the topic tonight, man?
Man, I got my one night stand story I'm gonna drop on y'all.
Already, man. Drop it on us. We want to hear it.
All right. So, one night, I got a homeboy. He's in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
So he's like, I got this party you want to go to, whatever. So I'm like, all right, bet we can do that. So we go to the party, but he had left his chair at the crib. We had a little bachelor pad. We were all staying together.
Yeah.
So I go over there to the party, and he's like, man, go in there and get that girl, the birthday girl. So we go in there and get the birthday girl. She's at a party, whatever. She comes out. It's a house party, and he's like, we're rolling with you, whatever. And she's like, all right. So she comes and sits in the car. I ain't never met the girl. I ain't met the girl once.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen her before. I don't know who she is. Know her name. She don't know me.
Yeah.
Nothing. So I'm already thrown off. We done already had us the night before we made this last stop.
Yeah.
So I see her like her hand just resting out on the side or whatever. So I'm like, shit, man. So then I'm gonna go ahead and make a move, cause I'm bored, really. You know what I'm saying? We all finna go to the crib, so shit. I'm gonna try to make something happen for me, if anything.
Yeah.
So I look out my window and I put my hand like it was an accident. I put my hand on her hand. You know what I'm saying? And I see her look at me, and she's like, okay, and I'm like, hey, y'all, let's get out of here, let's go. And then so my boy in the wheelchair, he's like, all right, girl, we finna go. We finna jet. She's like, cool. So I'm like, nah, she's going with us. She's gonna come back with us. And so she's like, yeah, I'm finna come back with y'all. And they're like, oh, okay. And she left her own party. You know what I'm saying? We went back to my crib, and we got down. And you know how it is when you like got a gang of, you know what I'm saying? Just like, man, tell her to holler at me next. Tell her, hook me up, put me down. Let me go in. See, you gotta put yourself down, man. So the dude with the car ended up taking off because he got mad.
I hate that.
Because nobody ever wants to hook up with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's always just the dude with the car. So he takes off. She's like, damn, I need to go back to get home because I got a damn house party going on in my house and I ain't even there.
Yeah.
So she ends up taking off, and she gets back to the house or whatever. And I sent somebody with her to make sure she gets there. And so shit. The next time she's like, what's up or whatever, she's like, can I get your number? I'm like, nah, what you mean? That was like, one night thing. But I guess when it comes, I don't know, I guess when it comes from a guy, it's just weird to hear for the guy to tell the girl, like, nah, that was a one-time thing.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I got a question as to why it was a one-time thing. Was it not all that?
No, I mean, it's not that I didn't enjoy it, but it's not that I really, really enjoyed it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? It's not something I wanted to cuff, lock up, or take it long term or extend it.
Yeah.
So, like I said, to be honest, I didn't even know the girl. You know, it was just like I'm partying, you partying.
Yeah.
Let's just have a good ass night kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, after me and her hooked up, she ended up hooking up with my other homeboys. That's why I was like, okay, well, you already know what it is then.
Straight up.
So shit. All right, well, that's my story, man.
Already, man, Rose. Appreciate you sharing that with us, man.
All right.
Already. Hey, man, it be like that sometime, though. You know, look, and that's what I'm telling y'all, man. Look, we have this stigma, we have this view of women. Women are just as wild as niggas. They just quieter with it. That's all it is, man. Women are just as bad as men when it comes to the shit. They just don't talk about it because when a woman does a lot of stuff, you know, she's looked at in a particular way. When a man does a lot of stuff, he's looked at in a more celebrated way by other men. Now, women amongst themselves, you know, it's no big deal because, you know, the woman is a woman, they're not going to judge you, so they kind of will. But a man, you know, if you fucking a lot and you got a whole bunch of you bagging and tagging or whatever you want to call it, you know, to other niggas, oh, well, he's a conqueror, he's a, you know, that boy be killing it. And it be like that. So, you know, it just be like that, man, you know. So, but my thing is, like I said, I don't judge, man. You know, I'm not a judgmental person. I'm not a person who, I'm not hating on nobody, man. We like I say, we all human beings. You know, you just gotta be cautious of how you handle shit. Because hey, I look at it like this. You know, I had the one night stands that I've had or the occasions that I've had. I enjoyed myself, and if she wasn't with the shit, then I wouldn't have had those enjoyable evenings, right? So I'm not mad at her for that. I'm not finna degrade her just for that. You know what I'm saying? Ah, yeah, you know, I see a ho and this. But that killed me. That I'm laughing because he's talking about the partner with the car that mashed off. That's like the ugly homegirl who stays sober in the club. Like she get mad because don't know niggas want to holler at her. You know, they be in a group. And she'd be the one cock blocking a nigga try to pull one of the chicks out the group and take them home or try to get the number or something. Nah, we came as a group. We gonna leave as a group. Hating ass motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? But it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I mean, you just gotta learn how to finesse that whole situation too. But it's just like that sometimes. But that's a very interesting story. I took her from my old party, had their own little special party, and that's what it is, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm talking about. Like, okay, so who else is going to share? Or I have a question to them about that. All right, let's say you do fuck with somebody on the first sight. Let's say it's not necessarily there's mess on both sides when it comes to God. Yeah, that's what I had to kind of think about it. So I'm like, yeah, it'd be women, they'll judge them, but they be just as bad. They be doing just as much shit, but they just keep their shit under the rug, you know what I'm saying? But they know other women business, they'll talk bad about them, but they be doing all they dirt too. But here's my thing though. I got a question. And for men and for women, right? Having sex on the first night, does that make it less likely to be a long-term, or does that limit the possibility of it ever turning into something long-term or consistent? That's what I would like to know. Is first night fucking, like, does that minimize the chance of it ever being a long-term relationship? Does that minimize the chance of it being an extended affair? And that's what I would like to know. You know, I'd like to know how y'all feel. And you said it happened to you. What you mean it happened to you? Thought you said you ain't had no one night stand, nigga. Thought you were talking about some sacred body shit. What the hell you talking about, man? Depends. Well, if he or she's that sex they need a sex partner. You think it makes it authentic? Okay. That's interesting, man. That's interesting. Sometimes. Shonda, what's the motherfucker deal? Like, Shonda be in here just low key. Shonda be in that corner. You gotta watch her. She, you know, when you go to the party, be somebody on the wall with a light don't quite reach, just kind of in that little dark corner. Who is that over there? I can't tell who that is. That's Shonda. Shonda be in that corner hiding, goddamn. But at least she at the party, man. It's good to see you. Glad you joined us this evening, Shonda. So you're saying random sex with this person, that person, that's not cool. Okay. Okay. I want to know, is it sexual chemistry? Okay. When is it ever okay? Is it okay to fuck friends? And what I mean by that is, say you hollering at chick A, or ladies, you hollering at dude B, right? Or dude A. I'm fucking up the letters. And you fuck with them and you're like, it's cool. You know, it may not be nothing super serious. It may be a fuck buddy situation, maybe a one-time thing. Then here comes friend B, diddling into the picture. And I thought I saw Lady Licious in here somewhere. You know, like I'm trying to, you know, I be trying to stay out the chat when I be on the phone calls because y'all wild. But, and so, you know, friend B comes in showing some type of interest. Is that okay? Is it wrong? Like I say, if there's no serious commitment between you and person A and their friend who is person B, is it okay to fuck with them? Wise, what's the motherfucking deal? There's a girl code? Okay. Bill Southern Style, like I said, it's the first time here. Welcome to the Den. Maybe if you don't mind me asking, I'm just curious, what's your age range? I'm being nosy. Psychotic sexual attraction is always first. And I got another question for the ladies too. Because, you know, they always say a woman knows in the first, 6 seconds if she's going to fuck with a dude or not. So is it wrong, like if say you meet a group of friends and more than one of them is interested? Or why is it that when women go back and they talk about their pleasurable sexual experiences with other women, those friends try to get some of that action? You know what I'm saying? Oh, Miss Thang with the shits. Miss Thang all the way with the shits. Look. You can call your friends. You can call my friends. Shit, we can be friends. We can do this shit every weekend. Just hit prime time grown. That could mean a lot of things. You know, they say, you know, prime time for ladies can mean something different than for fellas. So interesting. You know. But like I say, we all friends in the den. You know, no real look. Ain't nobody judging. Well, I don't know. Some of these niggas being here judging. I don't fuck with them all judging ass. I fuck with y'all. I fuck with everybody in the den, man. Because they want you to be satisfied. Okay. If you talk, so you try to have a one night stand, and what happened? Look, they got attached to you. I see. You don't want friends. Okay, I'm seeing different perspectives. Very interesting. You last a whole 2 minutes. Oh shit. So, like I said, I'm curious to how the ladies feel. You know, I'm a nigga. I already know how niggas do. You said, did you help me on the first? Well, now. Well, how did I miss that? Look, I gotta go back and catch up with Miss Melon. What you talking? Okay, I see what you. Okay. So yeah, okay. She was married and tired of being cheated on. It sucked. Asked to leave. Oh man. Is it worse for a woman to ask a man to get up and leave, or for a man to ask a woman to get up and leave? I'm curious of the answers on this one. I would like to know how y'all feel about this. Because one way or the other, someone is not being satisfied, of course. Somebody's not enjoying it, you know. So is it worse if a man is not enjoying the woman's presence? Because let's be honest, fellas, some of y'all know, we've all had a bad night. I think everybody's gotten a WPR once or twice. And, you know, you don't want to have too many of those on your resume, you know. Oh, that's funny. Some of y'all are interested. But what I'm saying is this is, if you're in the middle of it, I'm not saying when it's done or when should be over. if like you're in the middle of it, you just stop and you just like, you know what, this ain't cutting it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't cutting it. It's not working for me. You know. Is it worse if a man does it than a woman? Because let's be honest, like every dude isn't gonna get every woman off. All right. It's just, you know, there's factors into these type of things, right? I'm gonna take this call. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
It's V Darko.
Hey, Miss V Darko, how are you doing this evening? What would you like to drop on the denizens, the friends of the den this evening?
What was your question?
I was asking if it is worse for a man or a woman to stop the other in the middle of sex and just ask them to leave. So what I'm saying is, my perspective is this, that every man isn't going to get every woman off. Sometimes, you know, you come up short. Maybe you ain't bringing the package they need. Maybe you ain't got the endurance and the stamina. Maybe you ain't been on the track in a minute. Look, she hung up on me. Hey, look, V Dark and hung up on me. Anyway, I'll finish the question. But every woman should be able to get a man off. Like, I believe every woman should be able to. Because look, let's be honest. You stroke off in the chick long enough, you go get a nut. I mean, it is what it is, right? But every stroke game ain't proper. You know what I'm saying? And so every chick is not going to enjoy. You know, what you bring it. But if a man has to tell a woman, you know what, hey, it just ain't what it is. You know what I mean? You know, you just got to go. This ain't cutting it for me. Is it more insulting? Because I've heard, you know, women say, oh, if a woman hollers at you and you reject her, then that's rude. But it's okay for a woman to reject a man, you know, with no consequence. So if a man is just saying, hey, you know what, your fucking sex sucks, you know, is that more rude than a woman saying, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things women can say, I'm sure, to do whatever. But I mean, so is it more rude if a man rejects a woman? Is I guess what I'm asking. Miss V Darker, the peace items. You got to charge the phone for you call in. I'm talking shit. And I'm just curious, man. I'm really curious as to if there's a belief behind that. Is there a thought process behind that? You know. Oh man, if you got a shit and you can't get hard, that's bad business. Don't get the party started if you got to take a shit. or if she leaving dirty booty rings on the toilet, don't do it. Can I do a poll? You want to do a poll? We can do a poll. What would you like to take a poll of? You know. Let's say women's egos are more fragile. I agree. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
You hung up on me.
I did not hang up. I didn't even push nothing. It just, I was talking. How am I hang up on you when I was asking the question? It just went doot. I was like, wow. Well, wow. I can't believe it. You know, I ain't know what.
The question was, and then all of a sudden, it was like, deep. I'm like, no, this motherfucker didn't hang up on me.
You know, I would never do such a thing, Miss Darko. You know, I always enjoy your calls. I would never do such a vile and despicable thing to you. But no.
I think I heard. But did you say, is it worse for if a man tells a woman to get up or vice versa?
Yes, pretty much. Yes, ma'am.
I don't know, but I told somebody to get up one time.
And what
that's
was?
Because he had sat on the side of the bed, and we didn't even get to the action. But this is something that was deeply disturbing to me, and even till this day, 20 years later, it's deeply disturbing. We were about to get into some action, whatever. We were in the room, and he had sat on the side of my bed, and he had stood up, and it was a shit streak.
Before you get some ass, wash your ass. All right. Look, it's always generally a restroom nearby. You know, hey, give me just a second. Go do what you got. Come on, man. Look, hop in the shower first. Come on, man.
So we had been out. I don't know if he had took his shit in the club or what. Had he didn't wipe the soap? I don't know what happened along the way. All I know is that was very traumatizing. And I asked him to leave and never come back. And then I wanted to like throw the whole bed away, although it was just
Oh my God.
and like no matter how many like the sheets of course went in the trash, but like I would not sit on that side. It didn't even get to the mattress, but still it was just like so disturbing. But as far as one night stands are concerned, like yeah, I had one with the guy with the pink dick because I told you that I couldn't be looking at that for a long term period of time.
So how did
And the
that
only way I was able to do it,
so how did that situation come to fruition? You know.
well, because he turned the light on and it was the pink as hell, and I was like, oh, this is just the thought of that I had let him even try something, you know. Maybe if it was mind blowing sex or something like that, he would have got a pass. But if you stroking for about 2 or 3 minutes and you tap out and it's like, this is what I got with a white dude for, not. And then, you know, I'm kind of curvy, so I feel like only in my mind, now this is, of course, I'm probably going to get some folks talking shit, but I think only black men can truly appreciate that. So I would rather them appreciate than any other race. But
So what tempted you to try to go outside of your normal boundaries? What
because I heard that, because I'm kind of like a curious person, and like I had heard that they gave good oral sex, so that's why I wanted to try it to see. But that didn't happen, so therefore it wasn't going to be a second time. Because black men can give it just as good too, so just stick with one of them and let them lick the lining out of it, I guess.
Hey man, you gotta. I mean, we all got choices. We all got preferences, man. I mean, shit. That's tough, man. That's tough. So you saying so one gentleman, basically xed out the possibility for anybody else of that particular persuasion to have another shot.
Well, I was getting, you mean with the white dude?
Yes, yes. So he messed it up for all the rest of the white guys.
I just can't get with that. No. It's very disturbing to see something. Right. Reminds me of a dog piece.
I haven't heard it all. Good grief. I've heard it all. I mean, I don't know what to say that about like that.
But as far as the other question was about if a one night stand would lead to like a long term relationship, or not a one night stand, like if you slept with someone on the first night. I slept with someone on the first night, and that was like one of the longest relationships I've ever had. We lasted to about 4 years.
Okay.
So no, I guess it's just, but what it was, we had talks on the phone for, you know, a lot of people don't do that these days, but you know, growing up in the 90s and all that, you used to talk on the phone to people for a long time sometimes before you actually meet.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like we had just met that day and we did it. We talked on the phone, but when we met, we it was our first time seeing each other. So I don't know if that counts or not.
Okay.
But anybody else that I've ever tried to have a one night stand with, it didn't work out that way. So they just always wanted seconds, and if I was feeling them, I gave them the seconds.
Okay. So, my thing is, so do you think there was some tension built up maybe from all the phone conversations? So when y'all actually did get a chance to, meet up and execute, so you think that maybe that was a little bit different than say maybe some of the other situations?
It could have been, but like during our conversations and stuff, we never really discussed sex that much. I mean, we would talk about like everyday life and stuff like that, but um, just his religious upbringing or where. Well, I guess that went out the window when we got together because we had sex. But
You led that
but
man
prior,
into sin.
but prior to that, he was acting like it was a factor. I respect women and all this kind of stuff like that. Then I get over there, and you would, attack me.
It happened. That's
I mean,
the
I wanted to be attacked, but I didn't mind. I was willing, so.
That's the playbook. So you just beat around the bush so you don't care. Why this nigga don't ever, because see most niggas be trying to go too direct straight to the fucking and want to talk about fucking and all that other shit. So you just avoid when you're having conversations. It depends on what you're trying to get out of the situation, I guess. But if you see, look, she hung up on me again. See, I didn't push nothing. V Darko hung up on me again. But I think it comes to what you're trying to get out of the situation. If you're trying to get something, you may be interested in something long term. Then I think you engage the conversation, see what she about, but a conversation like, because I can't stand, I don't care how fine a broad is, if her conversation sucks, she sucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Man, be honest, funny nigga. Let me see. I'm sure in a long term relationship, I'm sure I pulled a stunt like that at some time if I might have been having a little bit of off night, but I don't think that's, if it ever happened, that would be the case. It happened then. What's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling in to the den this evening?
This is Belle. I'm calling in again. Okay. He has me cracking up. Okay, so I couldn't just let her sit there and ride on the white boys like that. My husband is white. And so and I'm sorry that she had that experience. That is so awful. But let me tell you, okay, so my daughter's father, he's a black man, and I have to say, like, I did not experience an orgasm with him by penetration one time. And I think, like, it was like after he ate me out or whatever, but I could not, and I just thought something was wrong with me. I was like, well, maybe, I just can't come. You know what I'm saying? Like, off the dick. I don't know. Because like I said, we would have sex and, he would get off and, he would be like, did you come? And I was like, yeah, I came. Yeah, I did, or I would just simply fake it, or, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want him to feel bad. And it was, what V was saying about, like I said, I grew up in the 90s and stuff and talking on the phone. Now, when me and my husband, we started dating on the phone because we actually met we met through like online Twitter. He wasn't trying to like get at me, but that was like how we, like that's how we were introduced. Or whatever, and then we decided to like make it official, over the phone. We were talking for maybe like 2 months on the phone and Skype and stuff like that, and then we decided to make it official. And then it was about 7 or 8 months before we actually saw each other in person. And so, we fucked on the, I was sucking dick and everything. Yes, God, honey. And let me tell y'all, okay, my ladies, you have to suck dick. Okay, it is good for you. Yes, get your vitamin
Preach.
D.
Yes.
I am a cock sucking advocate. Okay, suck your dick. It is good for you. It does a body good.
Yes,
Okay,
I agree. You do.
But
I encourage you in your endeavors.
yes, so we all encourage the ladies to suck the dick. And I'm the type of female, okay, I'm not going to give you no lazy head. Like, I would just tell you, look, I'm not in the mood to suck no dick tonight, okay? Because a guy can feel it when a chick is just down there sucking dick because she, feel like that's something that you want, and she doesn't necessarily want to do it, or she's not comfortable with it. But men, they know, when they get in like some nervous head or some head that's, like I said, they just giving it because they feel like, you know what I mean? Like that's what they man want or whatever. Like, no man. If you are gonna suck dick, you need, because I like it. Like I get off on sucking my man's dick. Like it's, yes, like yes, it just, oh, woo! Yes, I love to suck dick. But anywho, but yeah, like and like I said, the girl, I feel bad for you, and I'm sorry you had that experience. But you know, he, and I, like I said, I can't speak for all white men, I guess, but I just had two totally different experiences with, a black and a white man. And I think, my husband, he's like very, and I'm like a passionate person, like, you know what I'm saying? I love like, when I like to like make love, you know what I'm saying? I mean, every now and then, I like to get fucked, smack my ass, pull my hair, the whole woo wop, you feel me? But for the most part, like I like to make love, and I think with my daughter's father, he was just always very like aggressive, like, you know what I'm saying, this my pussy and all, and it's like, ugh, like I'm just not, I don't know, I just wasn't here for it. And maybe I guess that's, pride or whatever, and maybe he thought he was doing something. And I remember like, he had asked me when I got with my husband or whatever, he was like, because he was like, you with a white dude and da 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 da. And he was like, is he bigger than me? Is he better than me? And I was like, I don't know if you really want me to answer that. And to be, in all honesty, like his dick is not bigger than my daughter's. Like they probably like the same size, but he just know what he's doing, I guess. I don't know. No, I don't know. So like I said, I had two totally different experiences, and like I said, I can't speak for, the whole white race. I can't speak for all black men, but for me, I was able, I'm able to have orgasms by penetration with my husband, and I wasn't able to get that with my daughter's father. I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to make sure that you keep the deadline. If your husband ever fuck up, just make sure you keep this deadline number. In your time of need. I'm fucking with you. Let me stop.
You fucking wild, my nigga.
Oh man, I'm just saying.
Round two or whatever. But girl B, I'm sorry, baby. I'm so sorry you had that experience. But I had to come and be a Captain Save a white man or whatever. Because he does what he's a good lover, yes, guy, and the white boy did it for me. I don't know, but.
Okay. So would you say so you saying he's more attentive to your needs than you would say that
he's more, yeah, like he's just he's like I say, he's very, very passionate. He's, you know what I'm saying, and again, like I like for my man to make love to me, you know what I'm saying, whisper in my ear, like I like the sensual sexual stuff. I'm not, like I said, every now and then it's I like the aggressive stuff, but I don't like it like real, real hard. And one thing about like he was like real rough, and maybe I don't know, like he would like. It was to the point where I would get like welts on my ass and shit. Like it was painful when he would like smack my ass. This nigga, when he's pulling my hair, it's like, God damn, my nigga, I feel like I'm lightweight in a fight and shit. You know what I'm saying? By the way you grabbing my hair, like this is on some, you know what I'm saying, domestic violence type shit. And I'm bent over the bed or whatever, and I'm trying to hold back tears, but this is tears from like pain. Like, my nigga, you're hurting me. You know what I'm saying? And he up there on some shit like, yeah, take that shit. Like, bro, like, you cannot be climbing in the pussy like that. You cannot do, no, like, no, okay? This pussy is, you know what I'm saying? This is some soft, sensual pussy. You have to be nice. You have to cater to my kulala. You cannot just, no. You are being very abusive to my china, and I don't appreciate it.
Okay.
Um, so yes, men, be passionate. You guys don't understand, like, and like I said, I know it's women out there who really like that shit. You know what I'm saying? They like that, rough shit or whatever. But men, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know. And another thing too is that he like knows my body. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? Like, he knows like what I want, like how I want it. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to tell him. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? He just knows. And, men, you guys, y'all got to be aware and really pay attention to your woman, and her needs and what, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, because I'm kind of lazy as far as like, I'm a lazy bitch in the bedroom, except when it comes to sucking dick, you know what I'm saying? Because so I have to compensate because, I don't really know. I'm not good at riding dick. I'm going to just put like, I'm just not like my coordination. I get all fucked up. And then, my rhythm be off, and then I just give up. I'll be like, you know what, I'm not doing it right. I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? So I have to, that's how I make it up, is by, going in and letting have on the dick.
Well, I mean, at least you know your strengths and your weeknesses. I'll give you that. Okay.
Yes. And doggy style like is, one of my favorite positions, but missionary too. And again, that's because I'm a lazy bitch and I just like to lay on my back and get the dick. So I have to put all of my work in my mouthpiece, and I do a good job. Yes, honey. I'm so proud of myself. Anywho, let me get my crazy ass up off this motherfucking line, okay? Yeah.
Well, I
You guys,
appreciate you, Miss Melanie, and I'm sure all the white gentlemen in the chat, if we have any, if y'all are out there, stand up, represent, appreciate you, coming to their defense, and
yes, for sure. And y'all, ladies, if y'all need some advice or whatever how to suck dick, call me, text me, girl. I will give lessons, okay? Because this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I have like big juicy lips, and okay. Before I get on, I have to say, like, when I was younger, like, older men I always got complimented like on my mouth. Like, people always be like, oh my God, your mouth is like so pretty, and you got these big juicy lips and all this stuff like that. And so I used to be like really insecure because it was something that I was picked on for when I was a kid. And so when I started, developing and, you know what I'm saying, like coming into my womanhood or whatever, it was something that I, embraced because like I said, like people would be like, oh, you got them big old soup coolers or whatever. But, it turned to work in my advantage now as a woman. So now, I'm proud of, this is not to say that's all I have to offer, but I'm just saying as far as, when it comes to the sexual nature of me, that is one of my physical attributes that I am very proud of, but, and I don't be putting my lips on, like I said, okay, I don't, I had a little one night stand and, my baby daddy and then my husband. So I don't get it twisted. A bitch ain't just out here, you know what I'm saying, sucking dick, down to the park and down to the Walmart and shit like some of these hoes. And that's why I'm able to just freely talk about it because, a bitch ain't no hoe out here, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? A bitch ain't no hoe. I'm a classy bitch and a married bitch. But y'all have a good night. I love you guys so much, and I'll probably be calling in tomorrow.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. And I'm sure we all appreciate the call, Miss Monroe. You have a good
Absolutely. Bye.
evening. Already. Interesting. Very intriguing. I got questions. I got questions. Questions need answers. Look, I see Lady Licious been in here peeping and like she ain't got nothing to say, look, hey, all Look. I know you got something to comment in on this on this topic. Don't be dropping eyeballs in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And not participating. So here's the deal, right? So that's what I say. Look, I was just some of y'all niggas out look. I'm wondering about y'all. Y'all don't like women or something. I don't know. Look, tell me all that shit. Tell me more. Let me get this. See, this is what I be talking about. This. You know, even though she can't say it, this my nigga right here. What's the motherfucking deal? We got called into the den this evening.
Yo, why do you keep calling me out, man?
Hey, look, you know, I'm just be allowed this innocent bystandership. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, see, I mean, no comment. That was just like advertising and shit all day. You just made a motherfucker want some. Anyway, what's up, though? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Are you feeling better? I know you were supposed to take some time off for a little bit because you weren't feeling too well, but I don't know if you ever did or did not. So how are you feeling?
Man, I needed that time off. I feel so much better. Lord have mercy. You know what I'm saying? I can, go back to doing what I need to do. A lot of kind of ways, What is going on? What are y'all talking about today? I come in, first y'all talking about something, now y'all talking about something else, and then she get on, I'm like, what the fuck? And what did I miss? And so what we talking about? Where we at?
So we're talking about one night stands, and just are they viable for men and women? Do women enjoy them on the same level as men? Somehow we got into a conversation about penis pigment. I don't know how it got there, but it happened.
Okay.
But then, but we're just basically having a discussion. Talking about one night stands. Can a one night stand start a relationship? Can a one night stand lead to other things? Let me know your thoughts. Have you ever engaged in a one night stand?
I have, but it just never ended up being a one night stand because then it's like, well, except for one, because it was just like, nah. And you was fine as hell in the club, and we get to doing it, and your ass ain't shit, but then it was like, okay, one night stand it is, but for the most part, tried to have a one night stand, and we just ended up staying together. You know what I'm saying? It might have not lasted forever, you know what I'm saying, but we just ended up staying together.
Okay.
So I don't know. I never had any complaints, and this is just one guy that I can remember. I don't know if I said it before. Like this motherfucker, he was a noise maker. Okay, that motherfucker hollered like I did. We like having, you know what I'm saying? Like it was just that good between both of us. You know what I'm saying? We both motherfucker holler, and he sound like me.
Oh, whoa.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm talking about high pitched and yes. Motherfuckers had me and him confused. Okay, so my parents was gone. They had went to, I think they went to like a hockey game or whatever. So everybody was gone, me and my friends or whatever, so went outside. And this dude head game. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I begged for that shit. Because like I said, it's, head and penetration is two different nuts. I'm talking about, and he the first person that I actually ever orgasmed off a head. Okay, so, yeah, I was like, when first one night stand and shit, I was like, oh my God, I can't let that go. You know what I'm saying? I was bedazzled and, whatever you want to call it. So, it is what it is. But anyway, back to the story. Yeah, so I used to beg for it. So this motherfucker was like, all right, so we hurry up, you know what I'm saying? We go to the bathroom, we doing a quick and shit like that. I'm like, all right, well, damn. Parents ain't came back yet. I'm still horny as a motherfucker. Hey, come on. Let's go in the other room. You know what I'm saying? So every time we did about like 7 times that day. And I was like, and every time we moving closer and closer to the door, just in case, what I'm saying, my parents come home. So like the last spot we went to and shit like that was in the little storage thing, but it was like, the storage that's right there connected to the garage, in the garage type deal, you know what I'm saying? So we started doing it there, and I'm trying to be all quiet and shit because all my friends were sitting outside, having day discussion. I'm trying to be quiet. And this time I actually decided, to get him off as well, because like I said, I was just begging for head, so that's what I was getting, So I was like, okay, I'll return the favor and give him some butt. And this motherfucker started moaning and shit and was just like into it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what the fuck? So we come out, these motherfuckers was like, damn, Anthony, you loud as fuck. I was like, that wasn't me. Damn, motherfuckers was rolling. Oh my God.
Oh, you outed that man like that?
Huh?
So you outed that man like that in front of all your friends?
Man, I didn't mean to, but once that motherfucker started moaning, I had to go harder because I was like, God damn, that shit turned me on. So yeah, That's what I say. I hate when motherfuckers are quiet. You know what I'm saying? When you're quiet, some motherfuckers are just like that, like y'all concentrating too hard or some shit like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that motherfucker, goddamn, I love that shit. I was just like, man, that just made me go harder. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, that was like way off subject after that. Okay, but anyway, yeah, I just went down memory lane and shit.
I'm over here listening to you having fantasies of primal rage and stuff, all these noises and shit. I don't know about all that, but I mean, hey, if you like it, it's about what you like, what works for you. I mean, I don't know. The noises just seem strange. Like,
okay. Okay, but back to one night stands. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you sometimes experience something you never got to experience and you only live once. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is not the same. And sadly, not everybody can perform in the exact same way, you know what I'm saying, that you wanted. I'm pretty sure that y'all have some females or some males that you can definitely distinguish the difference between, you know what I'm saying, what it was when y'all were together. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you might have one story about somebody else that you remember their motherfucking name to this day type shit. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, even though you love the other person now or whatever, I mean, it is what it is. So I don't think there's anything wrong with one night stand. I mean, not saying go out and cheat on your husband because I said it was okay. No, that's not what I mean. But hey, it happens.
All right. I'm curious. Okay, so nothing wrong with one night stand, and so that's what I'm saying. I'm seeing different perspectives. I know that ladies feel a particular way. I know men feel a particular way, and I know we look at each other, the opposite sex, in a certain way. I'm finding interesting some of the things that that we're discovering this evening. So right now, okay, we're gonna do this for our white brethren, and I guess you the outlier. You've been with folks of both races. Well, there's more than two races, but you've encountered a white man and a black man, right? Okay. And so right now we're tied 1-1, and I don't necessarily know if your vote counts because I think we're talking about two black women, but we'll use your vote anyway.
Okay.
What is your judgment on that situation?
What are you trying to ask me, like black bigger than white, or?
No. I mean, just your experience with Caucasian men. Was it did you enjoy yourself, or was it not so golden?
I mean, yeah, okay, so the 3 white men that I've ever had sex with, it was not pleasant. But I cannot say, you know what I'm saying, that like I told you before, I've always just been attracted to men with color. That's, so I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, I can't help that.
So would you say there's a mental aspect to it because you maybe your preference is something else, and so maybe you were going outside of your personal preference. Did that maybe have an impact on it?
I mean, no, it wasn't that. It just, I mean, it's been on both ends. I have to say, you know what I'm saying. I mean, if I was more into white guys and stuff like that, then I probably, would have tried a lot more or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like food, But I didn't like the experience either. And then, like I said, I'm more attracted to men of color. And so, but like I said, I've had bad experience on both ends. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Just my 3 times just happened to be sucky dudes. So, I mean, it's not their fault, and I wouldn't say it's the majority of white guys, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, because I've had a man of color that was actually smaller than all 3 of them put together. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, definitely, that came out wrong. No offense.
I don't even know what to say about that.
That's it. Okay, that's good. I hope nobody. Okay, but anyway. Okay, but no, he was very,
very. Are we talking about parties here? I mean, what is going on? I mean, never mind. I said, I'm sorry. Are we talking about parties here? I mean, what is going on? I'm just joking, fucking with you.
Oh man. You said, what are we talking about?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think I don't know. I got to go back and look at the surveys because we did that on the survey, and I think we might have broke even on the size matters thing. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, you're fine. But yeah, I think I don't know. Like I said, everybody's different, so I can't say who's better. But to me, it is of color so far. Because that's how many been with all the, anywho.
I mean, I'm just inquiring. I'm just trying to.
Anything else you would like to know? I mean, I ain't gonna go all these like, oh girl. I mean, I feel her. Saying kudos
Okay.
and all that good stuff. Ain't nothing wrong with being open.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I say. I mean, because I think some of these gentlemen, may need to know some of this information. Some of these gentlemen may not have the opportunity to encounter ladies like this in real life, and I think that I appreciate all of you ladies who are open and are willing to share, and you're not being timid.
Because a lot of stuff I agree with. I really agree with that. Like her talk, when she said that some guys are just too rough. You know what I'm saying? It's true. Like, some of y'all really get out of hand and it's not enjoyable, you know what I'm saying, when it gets to the point where, goddamn, you know what I'm saying? And I mentioned that before as well. It's no fun if you're being hurt. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of, like I say, I like to be hit on the butt, maybe a little hair tub, and fucking goddamn, don't pull any strands out. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, I'm getting old, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I got enough hair left, but damn, don't pull the shit out, so that's not cool. And, as far as, welts and shit like that, yeah, no, I don't want no bruises. I really don't even like hickeys like that. I think hickeys are ugly as hell, you know what I'm saying? And I don't appreciate being marked, anywhere like that, especially in a visible place. Like, I think that's just wrong. You can do like a little bite, a little nipple somewhere here and there. I had one motherfucker actually bite my shit, and I had to punch her in the fucking forehead.
Wait, repeat
like
that.
It was just reaction.
Repeat that, you said. Repeat that last line you just said.
I said it actually bit me down there, and I had to punch her in the face, but it was like not on purpose. It was just, reaction.
Yeah, like, I had to make sure I heard what you said, because I wanted to make sure I heard her, because I swear I have a.
Oh yeah,
I've always been both. You know, shit. It's some beautiful ass females out here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn. And I mean, I got a little, something back there. But some of these women, I'll just be like, God damn, can I just hug your ass one time? You know what I'm saying?
So I'm
like,
finna
Jesus
get real nosy. I'm finna get real nosy. So, do you ever share your preferences with your husband?
Hell no. It ain't gonna work.
Why? Why not?
Because I have, you know what I'm saying? For one, I'm a very private type person. You know what I'm saying? What I do is what I do, and everything ain't the same for both people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a different way of satisfying a woman than I do, you know what I'm saying, with a man. It's just different things that I do. So
you be hitting him with the strap?
That's one. And you know, right, huh?
Let's say you be hitting him with the strap?
Nah, I ain't gonna hit them with the strap. If they want dick, you know what I'm saying, you need to go get you that. Nah, I don't do that. But I'll eat like a motherfucker. After which, I will kiss that ass up and motherfucking down behind your motherfucking legs all the way to crack. Yeah, I do all that. Yes, sir.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
I like the man. Whew, okay, but anyway, and then I kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying, for one, like, okay, I don't want you to lie to me because I don't want you to feel some type of way. Also, you know what I'm saying, be like, well, damn, why don't you, you know, do this and this? I mean, it's just a different way of doing stuff, so I don't want that. And then I also don't want the drama of, like, if he enjoying her more than me, then I would have to slap a motherfucker type deal. You know what I'm saying? I might blank for a second and not mean to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when bitch hit my clit and I punched her in the forehead, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't on purpose. It was a reaction. That shit fucking hurt. You know what I'm saying? So it might just be like, oh, she gonna be like, oh, and then I'm be like, boom. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know.
So don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. You know, hey, everybody.
I can't. Yeah, but you know, it's not that I want to be. And then too, like, who do you do it with? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, I wouldn't want any motherfucker, just random motherfucker off the street that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, I don't know what the hell they got. You know what I'm saying? And then two, I damn sure don't want it to be my friend because I don't want it to be awkward. You know what I'm saying? So really, like, who do you do that with?
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm being nosy, being a little bit what's the word? I can't even think of the word right now, but definitely I'm just starting some shit. You know, just inquiring. Okay, well, Miss Lady, like I say, I appreciate you being a good sport because, I called you out and you answered the call, so I can't be mad at you for that.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
how many times we got to call Heidi out to hear that voice? I'm just trying to figure that out. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't even think she in the D in the day.
She dipped out. She's like, y'all know some shit I don't know nothing about. She dipped out on us, man.
Oh, damn.
You gotta check the hours.
It'll be all right. Maybe one day she gonna shut us down. One day.
So with that German style shit, I forgot you with that German shit too, y'all, and that other shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But she's from, Argentina or some shit like that. I don't remember. It was something like that, so I don't know. It's a little bit different. It's like Russia and Germany, Argentina and Russia. I don't know. Yeah. But anywho, it was nice, and thank you for letting me go down memory lane and sharing some experiences with you guys. So it's a pleasure. And all right, y'all be easy. Take care.
You too. Appreciate the call.
You already know.
Interesting. All right, we got a few more minutes here before we get ready to wind it down. Like I said, I'm probably jump back on the mixer crew this evening. talk a little shit and whatnot. Man, very interesting thing. And again, like I said, I salute you, ladies, for calling in and being open. Because again, like I say, this is what you guys got, what fellas got to know, man, is that in any other forum, you're not privy to this kind of information. Women generally will, play that role of, oh, no, and not me, and not this, and not that. What you're having an opportunity here is to see, the inner workings of the female mind. And so you got to take that for whatever it's worth, whether you agree or disagree. You know what I'm saying? And you have to, use it to your own advantage, not to put things past anything. Because, look, I love the ladies, I love y'all. But the media will tell you that all ladies are angels and they would never do. Look, women are just as bad as men, and that's how I treat them. It's not saying that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It is what it is. It's just human nature. And when you learn to understand that, and you learn to, adjust your expectations and your understandings, life will be a lot better for you when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex. But if you have these certain beliefs and these certain expectations and these certain limited understandings, then, well, things ain't gonna work out the way you expect them to work out. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Who we have calling in to the den this evening?
Hey, what's the motherfucking deal, Honcho? You already know who it is, my brother.
Already. What's the motherfucking deal? What would you like to drop in the deal tonight, man?
Oh man, you talking about one night stands, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, I was a little hoe back in my heyday, so let me crank up the story machine. All right, let me see, where can I go? I ain't gonna lie, man, I done had so many one night stands, dog. Really, it's hard to remember any of them. A lot of them had alcohol involved, and a lot of them happened while I was in the military.
Oh shit.
I was a little hoe in the military. I think everybody was a hoe in the military because you had people marrying each other. You had people marrying each other just for the BAH, just for the check, because you get more money on your check, if you're married.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm talking about married. I don't fuck married women, all that shit, which I don't condone. But I was in the Navy. Hey, nigga, that's the life I was living. But yeah, let me see. I'm trying to think. Honcho. Let me see which one is. All right, I got one for you. All right, so this is right before I took off for the military. They put you right before you take off for the military, and you get on the plane and fly to Chicago. You have to they put you up in a hotel room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They put you up in a hotel room so that when you wake up in the morning, it ain't no we gotta wait on this nigga because he's not here yet. The bus rolls and leaves, it's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they want to make sure everybody's there. That's why they have a certain procedure. So everybody who's going to leave the next day, ship out for boot camp, they stay the night in the Crown Plaza, the one off of 59.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that I still remember. I think it's a restaurant next to. I want to say it's what's the Italian restaurant? Olive Garden. I think it's an Olive Garden right next to it. I don't know if y'all know what 59, what Crown Plaza I'm talking about. But it's really nice. It's nice in the motherfucker. So when I get there, nigga, I'm 18. I ain't never stayed in a hotel before, bro. Never in my life. Like, I've never stayed in a hotel.
Yeah.
I stayed in a motel because,
Yeah.
at one point in time, my peoples, my peoples was down and out, and they, living out of motels.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was in a hotel, nigga, and this hoe was nice, nigga. I'm talking about, it's really nice, bro. If you never been to the Crown Plaza, I would suggest you experience that. It's pretty nice. It ain't Hotel Derrick or nothing, but it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But let me get to the point. So yeah, we get there. I get to the hotel, and we have to be there by like 6 p.m. No later than 6 p.m. And I get there, I'm a little late, and but they let me make it. They ain't tripping. And I get there, it's like I said, about 16 other people. It's like 10 dudes and like maybe 6 girls. And yeah, shit, we all mingling and talking and chopping it up. We introducing each other. We all like, hey, what are you going in for? Hey, I'm going as an OS. Everybody's telling each other what their job's gonna be. And so, we introducing each other, and we're all like, hey, how about, we chill out by the pool area and grab some drinks. So we grab some drinks, nigga. We go out by the pool area, and it's an indoor pool. They got a jacuzzi tub, a big ass Olympic sized pool, and it's all indoor. And it was pretty, it was pretty dope. So we all just lounging out, chilling. I'm drinking, and I end up meeting this chick, this little dark skinned chick, with a big old booty, and she had some glasses on. Man, I'm eyeing her. I'm like, damn, is she eyeing me? And so I happened to introduce myself to everybody, but I don't think I got around to her. So I went up to her and I introduced myself. We was chopping it up, bro. Fast forward an hour later, and nigga, we tipsy the motherfucker, and we are on our way upstairs. So we get upstairs and we do the do. And it was the first time I ever experienced a one night stand. I'm 18, anytime I did have sex, it was with somebody I probably went to high school with or something like that. Yeah. And so, and I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't fuck in high school like that. I had sex with probably two girls. Yeah, two girls. The girl I lost my virginity to, and then the girl I dated. And yeah, them the only two I smashed. So I ain't gonna lie, my sex game wasn't all up to par, You know what I'm saying? It was alright. Shit, but yeah, nigga, I fucked this chick, bro. She was older than me, too. I never fuck with an older bitch. Like, this shit fucked me up, bro. This lady, bro, turned me on to some game that night, bro. Talking about some real game. She was telling me how to fuck her. She was like, all right, now put your leg up there like that. Like, she had me prop my leg up like Captain Jack, man, Captain Morgan. I'm just beating it up. I was like, what? Prop my leg up? I'm like, all right. So I prop my leg up. I'm like, man, this is putting me on some game. And she like pull my hair, smack her ass. Like, none of my girls ever told me that. These high school girls, they don't know about that ass smacking, the hair pulling. Yeah, they don't know about that shit. And they just fine getting the dick. Yeah. So yeah, man, this woman, bro, she turned me out that night, bro. I ain't gonna lie, she turned me the fuck out, bro. This lady was, man, licking my balls and all that shit. I was like, yo, this lady's a freak. Lick my ball. And she had to be, I think she was 28. She's at the age I'm at now. I'm 28. She's 28. I was 18. Yeah, I was 18 at the time. But yeah, bro, it was a wonderful time, bro. We fucked in the bed. We fucked in the shower. After we got out the shower, we went back to the bed, fucked some more. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That whole night we had sex. And that shit was wonderful. But the next day, we all shipped out. We all shipped out to Chicago, went to boot camp. Yeah. And the last time I saw her was stepping off the plane in Chicago. After we stepped off the plane in Chicago, which was the following day, I stepped off the plane in Chicago. I went to my unit to go forego my boot camp, and she went to her unit to forego her boot camp. Yeah. And that was the end of that. I never saw her during boot camp because it was just. You're probably not gonna see nobody boot camp. I didn't see her at A school training, so I'm assuming she went to like Pensacola or to California because my A school training was in Chicago. So I just didn't see her no more. So this was actually the true definition of one night stand. I met her that day, fucked her that day, never saw her again. And it's been a couple like that, but that's the one that really stands out because, like I said, it was wonderful. It's some women you have sex with, and you really have to think real hard to remember, like, oh, I did fuck her. And there's some women you never will forget. Not even if you try, you just never will forget. Whether it was a good experience or a bad experience. Because I remember some memorable experiences that were really bad too. But, for the most part, I try to hold on to the good memories. But man, that shit was off the chain, Honcho. This woman... and she was so cold with the head. I mean, this woman was a beast. I'm a true head monster, nigga. Yeah. True head monster. And so, that night, bro, was wonderful. So that was that's my one night stand story, man. I got a couple. I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but when I was in the Navy, I didn't want a relationship, man. I wanted to do me. I was in a relationship my whole high school, bro. That's why when I was single, I was single for like 4 years in the military, and I loved it, bro. Loved every last bit of it. Yeah, man. I enjoyed my life when I was in the military now, and I was being a fucking hoe.
Hey,
I loved it.
I mean, I think everybody got to have a little hoe phase. If you don't hoe, you don't know.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
You got to.
Yeah, man. You got to get out there and know what you like, man. You ain't going, and then whenever it's time to apply to the one, you got your skill set.
Exactly.
And then
because you don't want to settle down too soon. Because then you always had that thought in the back of your mind, like, damn, man, how much pussy did I really leave out there on the table?
Yeah, exactly. So I agree, man. Look, I'm just wondering, because you was talking about the jacuzzi and all that shit. And why I don't know if it's just me. There's been a couple of situations where a jacuzzi has been involved. I'm not necessarily saying one night stand, but what is it about the jacuzzi that gets shit activated? Like, that's what I'm trying to. The jacuzzi or the hot tub or whatever it is, even the pool. It gets.
I've tried it, Honcho. It's not really all that great. You feel too much of the water, you know what I mean? And then the water be going up the side of her. That shit ain't comfortable to them really neither. Like I was fucking with this bitch, man. And I didn't fuck her in the jacuzzi. I fucked her in the pool, right? Yeah. And yeah, like, she stopped me. Like, I was like, what's up? She's like, it feel weird, you know, because she feel the pressure of the water going in there too and all that shit. And it's weird. She just, I don't know. They don't dig it. They don't really dig it like that. I don't know. I don't know if all women like that, but she didn't really dig it. I was like, damn, for real? She's like, yeah, it just feel weird. I don't like it. I was like, all right, shit, cool. You know, just get out the pool and, you know, just go upstairs and fuck. So that's what we did.
That's what I think about. I've gotten, like, I won't say, like, I think I smashed one chick in the pool. I was in high school. She was an old country bumpkin. But I'm just talking about, like, it gets started, like, the jacuzzi does something. It gets motherfuckers activated and shit. I don't think I just smashed in the jacuzzi, but definitely got the party started, got the momentum.
Yes, it's good at doing that. It is good at doing that. It would definitely set things off.
Yeah, that's wild. Everybody, if you ever have a chance, get in the jacuzzi and do what it does. That's the tip of the night.
Yeah.
That's a bit, man. So what advice would you have to someone if they're actually seeking out a one night stand? What tip would you give them? Or is it just something that has to flow naturally?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I really don't have to try hard, bro. Especially back in the Gap, bro. I've always been a fly ass nigga, but back in the Gap, I took way more pride in everything, you know. Now I'm older, I got a kid, and like I don't be buying shoes every paycheck no more. I don't buy clothes every paycheck no more. I buy her shit all the time, but I only got like 8 pair of shoes now and shit. Like I don't be on it like that. But if you on it like that, like I was back in my heyday, I would say throw on your flyest fit. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got a pocket full of cash. And nigga, just go out, bro. Hit the club up, hit the scenes up. There's some women that leave the house, bro, with the intentions of getting dick down, like straight up. I mean, they're gonna be selective, of course. They ain't just gonna jump on any first dick. But they there's women out there, bro. They leave just like men are. Have you ever left the house, Honcho, and was like, I'm gonna get some pussy tonight, nigga? Well, have you ever? I'm sure you have.
Oh yeah, it's been many times.
Women do that too, bro. Women do that shit too. I grew up with 2 sisters, 2 very fucking these hoes. My sisters were thoughts, bro. Put it like that. Both of them got pregnant while they were teenagers. You know, thought ass. Both of them was thoughts, and so I heard their conversations all the time, bro, because I was really close with them. And nigga, the shit they talk about, boy. If you only knew, bro. Well, I'm sure you do.
Man, I had some cousins when I was young, man.
They worse than us, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They be talking wild, bro. Like I'll sit there and listen to them. I had to walk out the room. I'm like, bro, I can't hear my sister talk like this, bro. But yeah, man. That's my advice, man. Get fresh, step out, bro, and don't go out with them intentions that you're gonna get some pussy. Don't be like, I'm gonna leave. I'm like, when you go on a mission like that. When I went on a mission, oftentimes it didn't work for me. It's when I stepped out there and I just went with the flow and let whatever happened. You know, like that's when I get the most pussy. But when I'm trying to press the issue and I'm trying to that's when I really end up with a dry dick. You know what I'm saying? But when I let the pussy come to me and I just play the part, play the cool role, you know what I'm saying? Say the right things, you know. Hey, for some niggas, Honcho, you already know how it is, bro. For some niggas, bro, it's really not a thing. Getting pussy is not a thing, bro. It's really not. I done turned down more pussy than I probably done got, nigga. Like I'm picky, bro. I'm not gonna stick my dick in anything. Cause one thing about me, I don't like them rubbers, bro. I don't like them hoes. Yeah. I done had to use them. Sure, we all had to, but I really don't like them hoes. Yeah. And so if I feel like if I fuck with you and I know you really will, if I know you and I feel like, man, cause I ain't gonna lie, man, I'm a pretty good judge in character. If I know you really well and I have that feeling like, man, I'm good with her, then I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna do it. But if I feel like I gotta strap up to you because I done heard, you know, how you get down around the way and shit like that. I don't want shit to do with you, bro. I'm probably not gonna fuck you, even with a strap. You know what I'm saying? Because the motherfucker could pop, bro. Like,
yeah, it's a risk no matter what. I mean, yeah, when you're going, it's always a risk. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I remember I had a streak, man, where it was just like them hoes were untrustworthy, man. I learned at a young age, one, lifestyles will change your life. Do not ever use a lifestyle condom. That hoe will ruin. It's called a lifestyle because it will change your lifestyle. If you use that motherfucker, you being dependent on that bitch will ruin you. Okay, so I learned that at a
colorful ass condom.
Yeah, I learned that at a young age, man. Look, you got to stick with the name brand. You got to stick with the mag. You got to stick with the Trojan, man. You know he gonna keep you protected, man. He gonna keep the sword protected, man. The lifestyles will kill you.
Oh yeah. I only fuck with them gold rappers, man. So. Yeah, that's the only ones I ever fucked with was the that and then they got these ones, nigga. I'm talking about you go for days. They were called I think extended pleasure. Oh nigga, you go for days, nigga. I'm talking about I'm killing shit. but yeah, man, I don't know. I understand where women come from with cause they do have more of a risk when it comes down to, you know, just getting some, you know, just trying to get some sex. Yeah. With niggas, you know, we really don't think it to go that far. We really think with our dicks anyway.
Exactly.
But women, I understand why women take the stand that they take. They have to be extremely picky with the dick, you know, with the dick they fucking with. Yeah. And I respect them for that because, shit, if women was really out here just fucking any and anything, oh, man, that would suck. That would suck for the niggas that are actually keeping themselves clean and keeping themselves healthy.
But shit, because apparently, like Melanin called in earlier, she was saying niggas talking about they got to get the shot. They know they got something. They just like fuck it, man. Fuck all that, dog. Like I like my penis, and I don't want to be taking that kind of risk, dog. I don't want to wake up and see that hoe looking discolored and shit. Like, hold on, something ain't right. I don't want none of them problems.
Hey, Honcho, have you ever had an STD scare?
Oh, man, I had a scare. I'm going to tell y'all a little story. I had a scare when I was real young. I was like 13. Okay.
Yeah.
And, you know,
damn, nigga, what the hell you looking at 13? God damn, nigga. Hey, motherfucking Honcho. Hey, pops, nigga. I was not worried about no pussy at 13. Nigga. I was trying to make it on the basketball team.
Man, I was up to some shenanigans, right? So this is what happened, okay? You know, I'm 13 and, you know, I'm fucking around. And so what happened was one day I you know, I go to the restroom or whatever and I check and I look and I'm like, oh, I seen like a little bump. And I was like, oh, I'm fucking up. I'm ruined for life, right? I'm like, I'm done. I'm sitting here just tripping for like a day or so. And eventually I'm like, man, look, I got to figure out what's going on. So I go and I tell my mom, right? I tell my T Jones, and I'm like, Mom, I think I fucked
Not
up.
your mama,
man,
bro.
I told man I had to go see a doctor, man. Like I told my T Jones, man. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, Mom, I think something wrong. So she took me to the doctor because me and my mom, we had a good understanding. She, you know, she put me on game from a young age, and you know, she was always.
Okay, it sounds like y'all have a really good relationship. Yeah. You can tell us shit like that.
Yeah. So like, you know, because we talked about, so you know, that's why nigga ain't never had no mistakes and no shit like that. But that's why I congratulate her for that. But so we go to the doctor, and I'm like, man, I'm finna hear the worst news of my life. I'm finna be out of this. It's finna be a wrap for me. But basically, what turned out it was like a hair got pulled. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess it got like, so that's what it was. So it ended up, I guess, like kind of irritating something or whatever. But it wasn't no, man. You don't understand. When I'm talking about relief, I probably ain't fucking around for a month, and then I was back at it on the shenanigans. But
damn, nigga, you did not take a long break at all.
I was just like, man, I'm talking about, you know, I was scared. I was like, man, I ain't finna be fucking no more, man, because I don't. This was too scary. Just that feeling, thinking I had something going on, like was too scary. But like I say, when it was all cool, I was like, whew. Like when I say relief, relief.
Yeah,
that shit right there,
man. I had a scare too, nigga. Let me go ahead and let's share my story, man. So this actually happened like last year too. So me and my old lady took a hiatus. We was having some problems, and we ended up splitting for some time. Yeah. And when we split, hey Honcho, hold on, bro. This is my old lady calling now. It'll take a quick second.
All right, that's better. Hey, look, man, shit. All I'm saying, man, is you gotta be. Yeah, you're right. I ain't even go through health class. What you mean? Look, I already
Me.
bet.
All right. So yeah. So hold on. Let me look at the phone again. Make sure I didn't merge that call, nigga. 'Cause that was my old lady. Okay. I'm about to tell you some. I'm about to post some dirt out there, nigga. All right. So, cause she do not know this shit, nigga. We took a hiatus, right?
Yeah.
About a year ago, and we broke up for about. We didn't break up for that long, nigga. We split for about 6 weeks, not even a full 2 months. It was a couple weeks, and yeah, when we split, I was actually when that happened, I was working for the strip club. Have you ever heard G5 Primetime? It's off of OST. It's off of not OST. My bad. It's off of Maine.
Okay.
It's off of Maine.
Okay.
It's off of 90. Yeah. Well, it's right before. It's off of Maine before 610. Before it turns into 90.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. So it's kind of over there by Carrington's.
Yeah. I know exactly what's
Yeah, in that little area. So yeah, bro. I met this little bitch over there because I was working. I was a cook there, and that's what I do. You know, I'm a cook. So I was a cook over there, and I loved it, nigga. Like I get to, you know what I'm saying. It was a real easy job too because you don't cook a lot. It's not people don't come to strip club to eat. So it's not really a lot of a heavy menu. It's really laid back, and every now and then you got to flip a burger and fry some wings.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Mainly the people that were eating were the strippers because these hoes twirling their ass and going up and down this pole all night, working up appetites. So yeah, I was mainly feeding the strippers because they were working up appetites all fucking night, and then some of them was doing dirt in the champagne room. So they definitely they getting they back blown out. They tend to get hungry afterwards. So yeah, that's mainly the people I was feeding was the strippers, the employees. And a lot of them went back there. They flirt with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a bad-looking guy. They come back there, flirt with me, and all that. And I enjoyed the attention. But it was one chick in particular, I can tell, like, she ain't just want to flirt. She wanted to fuck. Like, some women give you that look, and you can see the seduction. Like you be like, damn, this bitch seducing me with her eyes. She undressed me with her eyes, nigga. Like, damn. That's what she did to me, bro. Like, I'm talking about looked at me and then undressed me, bro. I was like, damn. And so, shit, I really don't like dark-skinned chicks like that. But, nigga, with time and, a little more experience, I've, bumped to other women. I've learned to love, the dark women, the chocolate. I love my chocolate women now. Yeah. And yeah, so, man, she, oh my God, bro. Thick than a motherfucker. Everything is right with her. Pretty face. Everything's right with her. But she's a stripper, right? Yeah. So this also raised a red flag. The first time I called her up, because we was texting maybe a couple days. The first time I told her to pull up, she pulls up. I'm thinking we just finna smoke and chill. Nigga, no. We ended up fucking. Like, she started playing with my dick while we sitting in the car. So I'm like, hold up. We hopped in the back seat and did the do. Yeah. But this is the first time I ever hung out with her. I've only known her. Well, we work, so we've known each other for a couple weeks now. But yeah, bro, I fucked her, and I did not put on a hat, Honcho. And yeah, I did not put on a hat, bro. And nigga, I was paranoid all week. Cause every time I pissed, like, I feel like my dick itched a little or something. And I'm like, why the fuck it feel like that? And I think it was just all in my head because I ended up going to the clinic to get a checkup. And yeah, I'm good, nigga. I'm free and clear then. So I'm happy. I'm excited. It's funny. Both me and my brother went to go get looked at. Cause I'll tell him, I said, now I need to go get a checkup, bro. I don't know, bro. I fuck this little stripper bitch. I don't know. And he was like, nigga, bro, I fuck with this bitch, and I think I need to get checked up. So we both in tears. We laughing at each other. You know what I'm saying? We like, oh damn, nigga, that's crazy. And he said, yeah, I fucked this old random bitch I don't even know like that. And I was like, oh yeah, see, same here, nigga. And I was like, nigga, I said, the bitch I fuck with a stripper though. And he was like, damn. So he ain't making no worse. He made me actually more scared. He was like, damn, nigga. So I go to the doctor, like I said, we both good. Yeah. We both good. And so we happy in the bitch. And my brother said the funniest shit, bro, like after we got our results. So we didn't get our results that day. We had to wait, you know what I'm saying, to call us or to send you something in the mail or something. But yeah, nigga, when he got his results, this nigga said, He's like, "Hey, nigga, you ready to go take another chance?" I said, "No, nigga, I'm not taking no more chances." I said, "I'm actually chill out for a little while. I ain't gonna fuck nothing until I get back with my old lady, you know."
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, that was my STD scare. Yeah, them strippers, man. I don't know, man. You watch yourself, man. They fine and all, but I don't know.
Yeah. Man,
Scared the shit out of me, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that feeling, but that feeling of relief, man. When you know it's all good, shit, it make you want to think twice. But then the man come back and then you get back to wilding before too long. But
yeah.
That's wild. That's why that's funny as shit. That sounds just like some niggas say, man, you ready to go take another risk? Shit.
Right? He like, nigga, I'm finna get. I said, it is funny. He went to go fuck the same girl, like literally the same girl. I was like, nigga. I said, if you got to go get tested after you fuck the bitch 9 times out of 10, you don't need to fuck her again, bro.
Probably, that would not be the best choice that you could make in that situation.
No, not at all. He my little brother though. I love him to death, but he ain't the he ain't the smartest motherfucker, bro. He just not. But that's not why I love him, because he got common sense. I love him because he a cool ass nigga, and he cracks me the fuck up, bro. Ain't gonna lie. My brother probably one of the funniest niggas I know, bro. That nigga funny. For real, bro. Like he said that exactly. And I don't know if those were the exact words, but he said some shit along the lines. And I just laughed and shook my head at this nigga like, bro, you wild, bro.
That shit to him, that's the green light shit. It was good, so shit, I can go back in it. But shit, you don't know what shit.
And my little brother gets more pussy than me, and not because he just liver than me, he got better game than me, because he'll fuck anything. He'll fuck anything. Like, I'm sure you know niggas like that. They'll hit anything that's walking, bro. Anything.
Yeah.
And so me, I'm like I said, I'm selective, nigga. I ain't finna just plunge into anything. Fuck that. Hey, my bad if it's loud, bro. I'm at work right now, and I'm on my grind right now.
Already. Bad. That's wild, man. So I know some of y'all niggas in the chat laughing and kikiing and shit. Y'all done had y'all some scares too. Don't be acting like y'all all free and cool and innocent. Some of y'all know y'all been on that same shit.
Yeah. Some of y'all ain't have no scares. Some of y'all actually over there burning up right now.
Some of y'all got the real niggas in there watching this laughing, cracking jokes and scratching their ass off. Ain't that a bitch? Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a bit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Who is that that called about the dude that had a shit stain in his drawers?
Oh my god. V Darko.
Nigga. Oh my god, V. Thank you for sharing that. Even though I know that was traumatizing for you. But that shit was funny than a bitch. That shit was funny than a bitch, bro.
That's fucked up.
Oh
man.
my god.
That's fucked up.
Hey, that shit. Hey man. Sometimes you just gotta be able to laugh at your own pain. So V, you know, you just look back at this shit and laugh now. You ain't gotta be traumatized.
No, she gonna be checking that. Any niggas, well, she buried now, but I'm sure any nigga after that, when any nigga relatively close to that scenario, she was double checking. Hold on, nigga, you know. Have a seat real quick. All right, stand up. All right, okay, you good.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Man.
So this nigga must have been wearing tighty whities then if she could see a whole shit streak, and grown ass men don't need to be wearing no damn tighty whities. I'm just saying, man. You can see a whole shit stain. God damn, nigga.
Man, oh man, I could tell a story about some tighty whities. Whew, that's a man. I had a man. I don't even want to know if I want to tell a story because it brings back bad memories, man.
Hey, nigga, you already opened up that can of worms now.
Look, so I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna tell the story here in a second, man. I'm gonna tell the story here in a second when we get off the call. I'm gonna share the story with everybody. But,
all right, man. Well, let me get off this call then.
All right, that's a BET, man.
I want to hear this shit.
That's a bet, man. I appreciate you calling in and sharing that with us, man.
Oh yeah, man. You already know, man. I love calling in, man. I love the den. I love everybody in the chat. Shit, let's get some more niggas to call in, man. Cause shit, the women been taking over tonight.
Well, no, they scared. These niggas scared, man. You know, it is what it is. These young bucks. That's all good.
All right, man.
I appreciate it.
All right, bro. Take it easy.
You too, bud. All right, I'll share this little tidbit with y'all before we get ready to wind it down. And I'm gonna jump on the mixer action for a little bit. All right, so in college, all right, I ain't gonna put too much information out at what particular phase in time this was. This ain't got nothing to do with me. This is someone else. So I had a roommate. And this roommate, he was a white dude. He was cool though, man. He was cool. He was yeah, I ain't gonna put too much information on. He was cool. But I remember one time I was sneaking some hoes back to the. I wasn't sneaking. She was in my fucking dorm room. But I ain't gonna. Anyway, I remember fucking with a bitch, and this bitch was loud. I mean, shut up, bitch. My roommate over there. Fucking the way the rooms were, it wasn't like closed off, so it was like you had to share a room, but it was like some old diagonal weird layout shit. Anyway. That bitch fucked my back up too. I ain't gonna lie. That bitch was from Kentucky. But anyway, the day like after this happened, the day after I ended up smashing this bitch, right? And this is some hoe ass shit. I'm telling you, niggas is cold blooded. Ended up smashing this bitch, so we go to practice the next day. You know, I didn't really see him during the day because by the time I woke up, he was gone. I don't even know if I went to class or not. And so I see him, you know, whenever we was, you know, going to the field house or whatever. And I forgot whatever to call it, the field house. I'll be thinking about high school. But so he see me and say, "Oh man, sounds like you were having a pretty good time last night there." I was like, "Oh shit, my bad, play. I thought she was asleep, you know." He's like, "Yeah, I kind of was, but you know, she kind of woke me up. She was loud." So I was like, "Okay, it is what it is, man." So anyway, the same day we go to practice and, you know, whatever. Dog, I don't know where they found the time to do this or what, but apparently this man was like, I don't know who saw it or whatever. He was a lineman, he was an offensive lineman. So he was a bigger dude. When I say they had like this little board that had, I forgot what little information used to be on the board. When I say they took, it had to be about 12, 15 pair of drawers out of this man's fucking locker and hung them up on this fucking board. And all them hoes was shit stained. I mean, skirt, all kind of skirt marks all everywhere. And it was just like, it was 4 or 5 of them like on the board hanging on the thing. There was like a pile of them at the like on the floor under it. Dog. I felt bad for this man because he was cool, man. He was alive. He was actually like one of the, because he was a freshman when I was a freshman, he was actually one of the only decent freshman linemen. He was the only one, like I say, that all the freshmen, I used to work over all the freshmen. He was the only one that gave me a little bit of a challenge. Man, when I say after that, I think he left after at the end of the semester. He ended up leaving. But I can only imagine how traumatic that shit was. When I say they did that man bad, they did that man bad. Like, I was like, that shit is fucked up. But I'm just like, why are you leaving them in your, you know, why you leaving them in your thing, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta not do that. Throw them away if you ain't trying to, you know, why you storing them in your locker? I'm sure, you know, you ain't want nobody to see them or whatever. Because motherfuckers was cold-blooded, dog. Like, motherfuckers was cold-blooded. You had to be careful in that motherfucking locker room. But, yeah, man, they did that man bad, dog. It was fucked up. They did my boy bad. He left. I don't know where he went. But the cool thing about him leaving is I ended up having a whole room to myself the whole next semester. I was wilding the fuck out. It was game all the way the fuck over after that. So I took advantage of all right, that's a bit I'll check out after dilly dally. I took advantage of having the whole room to myself after that. When I see that man face, dog, when I see that man, you could just tell that man was hurt. You know, I don't know what happened to him after that. Maybe he got it together afterwards or whatever. Maybe I hope that was an awakening. But it was tough, man. It was tough, man. Man, after that shit, what I ended up doing, I ended up taking his bed. I gave his bed to my partner across the hall, so he took his bed. So he had like a big ass double bed. And speaking of one night stands, I ain't even finna get into that whole situation. But yeah, is it? Because there used to be some gold livers, right? There used to be some gold livers that would come through. So if you throw a party on some gold livers, is that like a one night? Man, all right, I gotta. All right, that's another one for. That's another confession. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that for another confession. I'm gonna save some of these for some of the confessions. Some of y'all, I think I shared some of these in the Mixer crew a while back, but definitely, for the new folks, these will be some very interesting confessions. But here's the deal, man. We're gonna get ready to wind it down. I'm gonna slide over here to the Mixer crew. Probably, what time is it right now? Oh, what, Cardi? You say one night stands is good. What? Hold on now. Watch out there now. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So, what time is it right now? All right, 12:47. It's about 13 minutes. It'll be about 1 my time. So, give me a few minutes, probably depending on wherever y'all live, about 13 minutes or so. I had a Mixer tooted and booted at least by then, if not before. So if y'all fuck with it, and if you don't know what Mixer is, I know the ladies. I ain't gonna see. This is where we can talk about. We can talk bad about the ladies there because they don't like video games. So we can talk about them in the Mixer, y'all. But I'll put the link on there so y'all want to come through the Mixer shit. You know, I'll be talking super crazy in the Mixer because it ain't. Well, I'm sure it is something like YouTube, but I just be talking crazy in that bitch. Here, I'm gonna put the link in there for y'all. I'll give you just a second. There we go. And yes, Honcho Sausage. So we'll be on there. I'm gonna be talking shit, talking crazy. Everybody's welcome to come through. Generally, I don't put my face on the Mixer. I just be on the game talking shit. So if y'all want to come through, we'll keep it going for a little while. And like I said, just go to that link. I'll be there in about 10 minutes or so. I'm going to take a little short break, grab a snack, and then be right back at it, Jack. We'll get on the Mixer for a little while. Forget the video game, go cuddle. Cuddling time. Hell nah. I'm not a cuddler. But the cuddler, who did that? Mike Epps had that shit. The cuddler, y'all ever seen that video? He used to have the cuddler. But with that being said, man, but you should be able to go you should be able to watch it straight from the browser. I don't know if you should. I know you used to be able to watch it straight from the browser, but you might have to make all that extra shit. But like I said, about 10 minutes I'll be on the Mixer, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the ladies who called in, shared their stories. Shout out to the fellas who was with the shits. Shout out to, man, everybody, man. Like I said, I fucks with y'all, man, and fuck you too for fucking up early on, making it difficult to get the party started. But hey, it is what it is. Eventually it got working, so it's all good. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll have an interesting topic tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about something tomorrow that I'm not super familiar with, but I think a lot of y'all are, because I've seen people mention it kind of a little bit. So we're gonna do something a little bit different tomorrow. Make sure y'all tune in. Same den time, same den channel. Tell a friend about the den, man. Make sure y'all slide through. I appreciate all y'all. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Y'all ain't got to go home. I'm inviting y'all to the Mixer. We can keep the conversation going. But if not, y'all got to get the fuck up out of here. Look at old lurking ass Heidi. Goddamn it, I'm out. You can't trust a fucking tiger. Heidi ain't even an official tiger. She a liger. I saw a liger today. Them bitches is big as fuck, man. Man, it's all Gucci, man. Like I said, I'll post the link one more time. I'm out.